1 minute till 10 o'clock in Texas. KC5HWB. Gosh, I don't even know my own call sign. Ham Radio 2.0. Late shift. I'm just doing that so I can test my audio. There we go. I think that looks good. I think that's good there. All right, Mike, they can hear you, but they can't see you. You're muted in Zoom, I think. Yeah, you're muted. No, unmute yourself, dude. Come on. Oh my goodness. Okay. Hey, look at that. That's 10 o'clock right there. So we're gonna switch it out.
Hot dog.
Hot dog. Look at that. Good evening. Happy Friday. Hopefully everyone's doing well tonight. Thank you for joining the late shift live stream with myself and KMRD. Say hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
What's going on, Mike? How you doing tonight?
If I were any better, I'd be you.
I've never heard that one before, but okay, I'll take it.
That's a lie.
Yeah,
Doing
that is a
well. How
lie.
are you?
Yeah, man, I'm hanging in there. So I've been I worked on my floors today some more with
nice.
because I'm putting new.
How long you been working on those floors?
Well, the upstairs ones I just started like a month ago. Maybe
In the kitchen.
maybe with no upstairs.
No, I know, but I'm saying the kitchen.
Oh, the kitchen. Yeah, I haven't. Yeah, it's been. My wife likes to tease me about that. So TC Fitz with the $5 super chat.
Right
I've got some more beer tonight. El Gran Pepinillo, which is a lager with pickles and peppers from Hop Fusion, where we were the other day. Hop Fusion.
Yeah.
I've had this before. It is not good. So that's why I chose. That's why I chose it tonight.
Well,
oh my goodness.
You're a sadist. I'm
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna stick to my usual Founders All Day IPA.
I've got a real beer right here as well.
Yeah.
So it's all good.
It looks chewy.
Oh my gosh. So more about the beers later. I want to kind of drop into this real quick. So so the talk for the afternoon and for the evening was basically that MFJ has pulled out of the Huntsville Hamfest. They sent an email on their newsletter today saying that they were not going to be able to make it. It was, let's see, I've got that here. I've got a screenshot of that real quick.
Yeah, I haven't seen that.
Yeah, so make sure you guys they see this Don't Stop Believing. They're always quoting old rock songs. So today's Journey. And I remain vigilant, but MFJ has chosen not to participate in the Huntsville Hamfest this year due to the rage of COVID variant that is going on across the South. I think morally is the totally right decision, but if Huntsville Hamfest chooses to go on, we wish them well. So, and then he talks about more stuff here. So good luck to MFJ. Great folks out there, wonderful people, very supportive of my channel and Mike's channel both. Really kind of sad to hear that, but after I got that email, I'm like, I might know a couple of people out there in Huntsville, and I might want to reach out to a couple of them, and got on the phone with the very nice folks out at Gigaparts, and I told him, I said, well, we're doing a live stream tonight, and I was like, okay. He's like, okay, well, what is that? When does that start? I said, 10 p.m., buddy. So Mr. Steve is going to join us tonight, and I might want to reach out. Steve, you're going to have to mute your YouTube, buddy.
Got it.
Hey, man, good evening. How are things in Huntsville tonight, Steve?
Good evening, everybody in YouTube land.
Uh-huh.
Good evening.
Good evening. So how are you doing tonight, Steve?
I am doing great. I actually just got back from the Huntsville club meeting.
Uh-huh.
So I actually do have some, I guess, breaking news.
Sure. Okay. Yep. Feel free. Please, the floor is yours.
Basically, Mark Brown put out tonight, who's the chairman of the Huntsville Hamfest. He put out that, of course, the first big thing was the breaking news today of MFJ, as you just mentioned, not attending, and that he was happy to have over 50 vendors, which, of course, to me, is a very big deal also. This is going to be, at least as far as I know, the biggest ham fest of 2020 I'm gonna say 2021. I'm sorry.
No, 2021 for sure. Yeah.
It's been a long day.
Yeah, I hear you. Uh
It'll be the biggest Hamfest of 2020 too.
huh. That's true. Also.
Yeah.
So.
Besides Orlando, with some of us getting sick at, but we won't go there. That's another another night.
Right.
I think one of the biggest things that Mark profiled tonight was the 50 vendors, and all but 5, I almost called it a farmer's market table, flea market tables are sold. So if you've ever been to the Von Braun Center,
Mhm.
you know, we've made a little bit of adjustments. And to me, it looks like there's more flea market, but we brought all these vendors. So what we're really losing is MFJ, which if you guys have seen the log or on the webpage, the map, I'm not going to say they didn't have much. Okay. Yes, we've got the most booths at the show. Don't get me wrong. But with having MFJ there, okay, it's an impact.
Yes.
But one of the things that Mark also did put out was WB0W also earlier in the week also said they were not going to be attending.
Okay.
So I don't know what the reason of that is.
Okay.
I just know that they're not attending.
Huh. Okay. Okay.
But I will say, I'm trying to think. He highlighted the 20 YouTubers coming, which I'm well aware of that.
Yeah.
We're hosting. Most of his. Thursday night for anybody coming in early. Thursday night at Montesano, we're trying to bring back the tradition of QRP on top of Montesano, which for anybody that's been here before overlooks the Tennessee Valley, aka Huntsville. So if you want to work QRP, of course, that's not a problem up at Montesano. That, Jason. When you came to visit, you stay. I think you stayed up there for a day. So it's a great place.
Yeah, I was only actually up there for about an hour and a half, and I made over 90 contacts. Now I was running my IC 7300, so I wasn't doing QRP, but I just had a plain old ham stick vertical on the top of my truck, so I didn't even have a big antenna out, and it was just looking right over the valley. It's a really beautiful view up there. So
It sounds awesome.
Yeah, I wasn't aware of the QRP night, but that's something to look forward to for sure.
It's a Huntsville Hamfest tradition that a now Silent Key Ham Craig Barron did for many years. So they're trying to bring back a lot of the traditions again. We had Tom Duncan, KC4, I don't want to butcher. I want to say it's KC4C. CUI, I think was his caller, KG4 CUI. So you're going to see the Tom Duncan Memorial. I'm trying to think what they were calling it. It was kind of just like people to meet up that you haven't seen in the last year and a half.
Yeah.
In a room and just catch up.
Yeah.
I haven't seen, I haven't been to 2 Daytons in a row. I haven't been to Orlando. My show schedule. What show schedule? I've only been to 3 decent events this year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Sheesh.
And I'm trying to think of what was the other highlight. I'm trying to go to my backstage partner, but she's ignoring me, which is a good thing. The storytelling room. That's it. The Tom Duncan Memorial Storytelling Room, which is basically, just meet up with your buddies you haven't seen for a year and a half. But one of the biggest highlights is the North Alabama DX Club's DX dinner. We sold out before the event. Usually we have like 10 to 20 tickets available. We are capped at our 120 capacity at the middle of July.
Oh, wow. That's really good. I mean, that's really good. I've been saying for some months that the first big or semi-big Hamfest to happen after things started opening back up, we're going to see record numbers. I still think we're going to see record numbers at Huntsville. So looking forward to that for sure. Well, good.
One thing, and
Go ahead.
She just kind of, when she said the Tom Duncan Memorial thing, parking. Be on the lookout. I'm suggesting anybody who's coming to the Hamfest, go to hamfest.org. I'm sure Mark will have it up tonight, if not some point this weekend. Look at the parking layout for downtown Huntsville.
Mhm.
It's going to be a challenge
Mm.
for some, not all, but for some. I personally highly suggest to park as close as you can to the Von Braun Center. If you're a wheelchair bound, jazzy, big trucks, hams with big trucks and antennas, say it ain't so.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. But the goal is the one parking lot next to South Hall or North Hall. The goal is to try to open the building so that you're getting right into an air conditioned area and walking, so you're not out there sweating in this northern Alabama sweltering August heat.
Okay, good. TC Fitz donated another $2 super chat, so I had to drink that again. Woo.
Ooh.
Do you know if there's something I just thought of since you were saying that? Do you know if there's parking passes like there is for like Orlando and Dayton? Do they have parking passes for like vendors and media and whatnot?
He did not mention anything about parking passes.
Okay.
And
There'll be
normally, and I'm trying to think.
There'll be 4 or 5 of us in my truck, so like if I could get one pass, then
I would, honestly, for us, and I'll explain what we normally do.
Mm-hmm.
We can talk, offline. What
Sure.
we normally do is we park underneath. What I think Mark is trying to do, and of course I should have asked him before I left the meeting. I think he's trying to reserve certain spots for vendors so that we can get in, take the elevator from the parking garage, and get into doing our thing that we're there for.
Right. Okay. I'll have to ask him about that. I can't park in a parking garage. That's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
But I'll park. I mean, I don't really care where I park, honestly. But just wondering about you brought that up just now, and I'm like, wait a minute, I never asked about that. So I guess we'll find out. Oh boy. Okay. Cool, Steve. Anything else? Anything else tonight?
Nothing. That's it. I'm just happy it's not 100 degrees here in Alabama.
It's actually been in the high 80s, maybe the low 90s today ever since this cold front blew through North Texas last weekend. It was like 86, 88 degrees for 3 or 4 days in a row. So for August, that is not bad. So I'm not complaining, but I'm not sure how you guys are doing there.
It's been mid 80s all week.
Okay.
I mean, we had a surprise rainstorm last night. I actually wanted to come out here to my shack, and I wanted to take the Z car out. I couldn't take the Z car out because it was raining. So,
oh gosh,
I had to stay in and catch up on my WWE wrestling. Oh well. I'll make it.
Okay. That's great. Well, Steve, thank you very much for being here tonight. Appreciate you taking the time out for it. I mean, you're welcome to hang out with us. We'll probably be here for about another, 45 minutes to an hour and a half, something like that. Speaking of which, I need to bring Frank in before before people start asking about him. So, Frank,
Me?
Earmuffs.
Yeah, you.
Me?
Earmuffs, yeah. Okay, Frank, do your thing.
I'm Tank Radio KG5HJ, and I'm getting an echo because I didn't mute the stream, but it's in my headphones, so we're all good. And that is Mike, and that is Steve from Gigaparts, and we're on Saturday late night.
It's Friday.
Friday.
But yeah,
Friday.
it'll be Saturday soon enough.
Hold on.
It will be Saturday. It'll be Saturday
There we go.
in a couple hours.
So hang on, I gotta acknowledge Brian 88GI asking,
Okay.
shipment from Michigan arrive in good condition. So I got home, what was it, yesterday, and there was a box on my front porch. What is? I didn't order anything. What is this?
Uh-oh.
So I'm like, is it a bomb or what's going on? I hope to God it's not more pretzels.
Right.
Pretzels.
So I opened it up, and it is a whole bunch of different meats from Kugels, who's a meat kind of hot dog type manufacturer in Michigan.
Okay.
And I posted on Twitter. I'm like, I don't know who these are from, but thank you. There's Kugel's hot dogs and some bologna and some sausages and some coney dog sauce. Like,
Ooh.
I'm in freaking heaven. So now I know who it's from. Brian 88GI. Thank you.
Oh wow.
That was
Okay.
very awesome.
Very cool to have friends back home when you move out of state, right?
Yeah.
So
Well, just said build a center. There was no note inside or nothing. I was like, what is this?
Steve, drink up.
I'll be eating pretty good for the next couple days. So yes, thank you very much. Cheers.
Oh, yeah. Cheers to everybody. All right, so we got some more people watching now. El Gran Pepinillo from Hop Fusion in Fort Worth, Texas, which is a pickle lager with pickles and peppers. It's not quite as bad as that last one I had. So I go to the beer store today, and thank you. I am assuming that was Noel. Appreciate that, Noel. So I go to the beer store today, and I found this stuff, and I'm there, and I'm like, okay. And I walked up to the counter, I was paying for it, and I was like, okay, guys, what's like the weirdest beer that you have? And he said, and he told me one, and I can't remember what it was, but it was something they were out of. And then he said they had a pizza beer at one point in time. He's like, it tasted like pizza, but it was not good. And I'm like, that doesn't sound good. And then he said that they don't have just ban that guy, Noel. Just he's been in here before.
It's
so
boring, but he's watching.
Right, exactly, yeah.
What a
He doesn't even have a real name, idiot. So they said, okay, so the one that we actually have, which I didn't get this, but this is what I'm gonna last time. They had a sour beer infused in oysters and clams.
You had me at sour beer, but you lost me at oysters and clams.
And I'm like, that's got to be the nastiest thing that I've ever heard. I've got to try it. So I'm like, this because I told the guy what I was doing. I was like, oh, I'm going to do super chat beer. So next time I think after Huntsville, because I don't want to die before Huntsville. I want to get through Huntsville, and then I'm drinking an oyster beer, and then I might be might be willing to try that.
I don't know about your nasty beers, and I can't do it with bourbon. I gotta buy good bourbon. So I'm drinking,
no, you don't want to yeah.
Woodford Reserve right now. This is the $20 or $30 bottle, not the not the double oaked, but the double oak is very good.
Oh, Jason from DX Mini with the 556 super chat, magic number. Thank you very much. And T-Ray, $39.95. T-Ray, thank you very much for the super chat. I think I'll finish
this. Let's read T-Ray's comment there. Great stuff. Hey, Frank.
Way to represent.
Would be nice to get a nice hot spot like that DX Mini instead of this crappy Chinese MMDVM that I have.
Well, I don't think he makes those anymore.
No, I know.
He's out of really cool. He stopped making them.
I watched your videos on him years ago.
Oh,
they looked really cool.
Well, I tell you what, if he may have some extra ones, maybe he can hit you up on the KN5TR Discord, and you guys can work that out. But if not, the one I would recommend right now. Well, R-Finder's about to come out with a new one, and I bet if you got with Bob, he might let you borrow or donate one if you do some videos with it. But the TGIF spot is really my favorite
thing
one.
He had at Field Day.
That was a prototype. It's going to look a little bit different than that, but yes, yes, yeah. He's calling it the R-Finder Cube, and it's going to be the shape of a Rubik's Cube kind of thing, and it's gonna be a really cool device. I think Gigaparts will be carrying it actually. So, but should be it's something new that. I haven't seen anyone else do with a hotspot yet. I haven't seen anyone else do this with a hotspot yet. So very cool stuff with it. But hopefully soon. M17 Project. Thanks for joining the chat today, guys. Appreciate y'all being out there. So what do you guys think about Mike, Frank? What do you guys think about what Steve said about Huntsville and whatnot?
It's a bummer that someone's pulling out vendor wise. But I'm still looking forward to it. It's going to be a blast. I can't wait to meet up with everyone. I'm bringing my sticker pack. So I'll be giving away stickers. This is the only place you're going to be able to pick up a Tank Radio sticker. What? It's going
I'd
to be
have
with me at the booths, and from once we do the Saturday booth, I will have them on me, and then I'll give them away if you find me and ask for a sticker. And the Q&A, dude, I can't wait till that Q&A.
Yeah, so 10 a.m. If you go to Huntsville, go to hamfest.org and click on forums at the top. And I think it's just hamfest.org/forums, I think. But go to hamfest.org, which is Huntsville's website. Click on forums at the top. Check out the Sunday forum schedule. Second on the lineup, because the forums start at 9 a.m. Second on the lineup is, it says that they worded it kind of weird. It says YouTubers Forum hosted by Ham Radio 2.0. And I guess that's technically true, but that's going to be, I have invited all of the YouTubers to come to that forum. We're going to just do an open mic Q&A. Just they actually don't have mics in their forum room, so I'm told. But we're just going to do we're just going to do a Q&A.
HTs and we'll just do it over 5.2.
Well, we could do that. Yeah, we'll just talk over 5.2. That'd be good. But so yeah, Ham Radio YouTubers Forum is 10 a.m. that morning. And I learned yesterday on the FT8 off, Carlos from Parachute Mobile Life at Terminal Velocity, he's doing a presentation directly after us.
Yeah.
So, and I told him he was welcome to join us as well. So that ought to be, both of those ought to be really fun. So I'm looking forward to having some forum time. Really special thanks to Mark out there for allowing us a forum room on Sunday. But Sunday at 10 a.m., you guys put that on your calendar for sure. So
everyone's loving my stickers in the chat.
The stickers look really
50
good.
of them. So come out, be early. Once they're gone, they're gone. But they're not going to be special. I'm going to reorder them. I didn't know how many to order, so I ordered 50 of them.
Did you get them from Sticker Mule?
That'll increase your odds of getting a sticker.
Cigar. Maybe I should hold some for a cigar.
Sweets.
No, Swisher Sweets.
No.
Or Black and Milds.
No.
Yeah.
Mike, you're killing me, man. I love you, but you're killing me.
Which coat?
He was asking for, and you know.
Oh, that's Don N5 SKT. He says he ordered a bunch of stuff from you guys today.
Whoops.
So he did. In fact, he's got one of your 50-foot carbon fiber masks and the new tripod to go with it.
Woohoo!
So
and Don's asking
Sales
for a
are up.
boonie hat.
Oh, I need to check on. I sent that to my printer to check on a boonie hat, and I have not heard back from them yet. So I need to follow up with that.
And I want the giant tanker mugs that you get from like a movie. What's the place? You go and drink and you watch the movie. I can't believe I'm blanking.
Movie Tavern or
Movie Tavern,
or Movie House Eatery and Grill.
Movie Tavern. They are pretty much this big compared to my normal's Rudy's cup, and with a handle. I want to slap my logo on that. It's a tanker's tanker.
That's an excellent idea. That's an excellent idea. And Frank, get with me after the stream because I know someone who can do that for you.
Yes, I want a tanker's tanker, even though I'm not drinking whiskey. The tanker's drink will be whiskey, but I'm not going to but I'm not going to forget about my beer brothers out there.
Totally. So, yeah.
Jeff is like, boonie hat?
Boonie hat, yeah. Yeah, and N8YO in there is like Black and Milds for the win, so he's now uninvited to the party.
We'll send you to Mike's Corner of Shame.
Right.
We'll just have an 8-call section. We'll call it Section 8. There you go.
Section 8. Section 8. Get a big picture of Klinger up from MASH up there.
Oh.
Section 8. Oh my gosh, that's good.
I can make that happen. I can get that. Yes.
I'm putting ideas in Steve's head now.
I didn't know this was a thing.
I guess it is.
Mike NAYO says Rudy Cup make appearance drink. So is that another spot on the bingo board for us?
No, these guys in the chat, man, they just want us to drink every time we say something more than once. I mean,
the big ones are usually my refill cup. I don't like drinking out of the big ones, but
yeah.
I forgot. We're sending people through the ground to roll laughing at Section 8.
Yeah. My one a day. Getting back to Huntsville though.
Yes.
That's really a bummer to hear that MFJ's dropping out. I was looking forward to seeing those guys. They're really good people there, but hopefully things will pan out and everything's good. But I certainly
hope everyone is okay out there. But
either way, like we've all been just pining to go to a Hamfest since. I mean, Orlando was the last one I was at. We were all planning on going to Dayton, and then that was canceled.
Mm-hmm.
You know, all the small club kind of things. You know, the more local things, everything's canceled. It's like we're yearning to get out and release our inner nerd into the wild. You know, so there's going to be so much of us there. There's going to be so many people. And still so many great vendors and booths, and the flea markets are always fun. The forums, all that. So I'm really, really looking forward to this. And I don't think it's going to be a bust just because MFJ is not going to be there.
Yeah. Jeff
well,
just asked that.
The rumor that I heard earlier is that when MFJ pulled out, ARRL was rumored to be talking about it as well. Steve, did you hear anything about that?
No. Because I cornered Mark about that because, you know, look at all these rumors, you know, and
yeah, I mean, you can't tell.
He said 50, and I was paying attention to meeting. Don't get me wrong, but when people are asking me questions, do you have this in stock? I kind of, you know, get cornered all the time.
Yeah.
But 51 ARRL leaders. So, you know, between the what do you call them?
Section managers and division managers.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, you know, Florida, Georgia, Alabama, of course. I want to say, I almost said the tri-state area because I'm so used to being, you know, from the Pennsylvania, Jersey area. But, and the funniest one is the section manager of Puerto Rico is coming to Huntsville.
Is that right?
Puerto Rico.
Wow. Okay.
Yes,
okay. So
Rhea.
I would.
Yeah,
so
I was just going to make the comment. Rhea never put out that they are coming, but you know the rumors have been spreading around down here in the South of ARRL not coming because of COVID.
Yeah. I would. As soon as you started talking, I thought, oh, right, Rhea's in the chat. Rhea is the Hudson Division Manager. I hope I got that right, because the last time I had her on my show, I said that, and she's like, no, that's not what I am. I was like, oh, I said the wrong thing. I didn't say Hudson. I said somebody else. So I hope that's right. But so Rhea's in the chat. Rhea's Ham Shack is in the chat. She's great with the ARRL, and she just said that she's not heard anything about them pulling out at all. So that's great.
Let's not spread rumors.
Let's not knock people who don't feel safe on coming out. Let's let them make the decision that they want to make personally.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, I mean, we're just having fun. We're just having fun on stream.
Minor editor's note here. Do you mean to still have Steve? And we like Steve still full screen, or do you want to make it the hex?
No, I'm a professional. I've done this at least twice. So
okay,
I'm good there. I'm good.
I caught the screen and it was just one of us, but it don't.
See,
matter.
I got it wrong again. See, Rhea says wrong. Hudson Division Director.
Look,
my apologies.
But if you don't feel
mess with Rhea. I had when I met Rhea when I went to a North Jersey DX club meeting back in 2017. I wasn't gonna. I'm not messing with her. Nope. No.
She knows much more than me. She laughs around us.
You should see her talking in the Flex Radio forum. So, the first time I found her, I think I found her on Twitter. She said something. She and Josh were talking about something, and she said something. I don't remember what it was right now. We got into. I don't think she knew who I was. We got into kind of an argument. It wasn't really an argument, but we kind of like back and forth a little bit. A debate. And then I found out that she was a Flex Radio user, and I'm like, all is forgiven. She's awesome now.
Flex it.
She's all cool. No, she's good. She's really cool to hang out with. She's joined the happy hour many times, so she's fun to be around. But good. Okay. Well, that was a question that I didn't know if you had heard tonight or not, Steve, because that was just a rumor. Again, it's just a rumor. So. Hopefully, ARRL will be there, so that's good to know.
Well, and also as of right now, we are not requiring masks. That is optional.
Yeah.
Again, optional.
Yeah. I honestly don't have a problem with the mask. I think I don't want to get into political crap here, okay? But as far as my opinion is that it should always be the individual person's option to yes or no. And if you choose to, great. And if you don't choose to, that's great also. I do not care. It doesn't bother me one way or the other. I don't care if you mask. I don't care if you don't. I don't care. That's your decision. You do what you want to do, and you're going to be just fine with me. I just don't like it when all these people say, oh, everyone should be doing this, either this side or this side. I'm like, shut up. Let people do what they want to do. I don't care.
And let companies pull out. Let's not shame them too much.
Yeah,
If
yeah,
that's
yeah.
what
No,
they feel that is right to keep their employees safe. Who are we to judge?
no, nobody's shaming MFJ here. Nobody's shaming them at all. I just, yeah, you're right, Frank. And I know we haven't said that, and that's not what we're trying to say.
You can say that
But-
part again. The right part.
You're right, Frank.
Ah, I love that. How
You
it
like that?
rings.
Do you like
Yeah.
having that? You're right.
Yeah.
Frank. So, but no, you said it correctly. You did. I mean, yeah, there's no shame at all. They have to do what's best for their company. They have to do what's best for their employees, and that's true with everybody. It's true with everybody. So we don't. We're gonna miss them. Obviously, we want them to know they're gonna be missed.
Mhm.
But we certainly understand that they have to do what's best for themselves. So, you know, the rest of us will completely destroy Huntsville. And Steve, you guys will be left picking up the pieces after we all pull out and leave. You know, after the weekend's over. So,
Sucker.
Well, hang
Don't
on a
know
second.
how much beer is gonna
we
be
would
drank.
be happy to help you unload and just fill up our cars.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
I
So,
come. I can help
7610,
you
here I
lift.
come.
Right,
I
right.
want
76.
to.
Yeah. Mm. Good
If
stuff.
you want to donate Frank's first HF radio, it could be featured right over there.
Yeah.
Wait. You don't have an HF radio?
Not yet. Not yet.
Mm-mm.
Dad.
This is why we always hesitate to allow Frank on the live streams because no, I mean we're working on that. Actually, he's got a G90. It's just sitting here right now. I'm donating my G90. My G90 was donated to me by MFJ like a year and a half ago. I've done 2 or 3 or 4 videos with it. I am regifting it, if you will, to Frank. Frank's going to have a G90. Really some really great video potential there with the G90. A lot of stuff.
I already got
New-
ideas.
New updates coming
Spinning.
for it, amplifiers and all that kind of good stuff. So
But
yeah,
It could
So
be
I'm-
featured right there.
yeah.
I could
So-
put a sticker on it.
Mm-hmm.
Talking
So-
to you, Mr. Gigaparts. 7300 sticker.
Yeah.
But no, I'm looking forward to that G90. I already got plans. I might do a stream here this weekend, doing something, getting ready for it. We'll talk about that later after the show.
Remind me,
You're-
Frank, and I'll bring that to you on Monday if I don't see you before then.
You're gonna need an antenna to go with that radio too, son.
He, you know, you were at field day. He's got an antenna. Don't spill the
I
beans.
have a second one too.
Don't
a
spill the
little-
beans.
which I'm teasing on building.
Yes. Yes.
Oh no! Yeah, no.
I think the beans have actually been spilt a couple
Oh,
of times.
yeah,
but
yeah. Yeah, I've hinted to that a few times. but
Yes.
Yeah.
There's a POTA Park. Don nailed it by me, which once I get the G90 and a antenna I could go throw up in a tree or something, I'm activating it every weekend until we go to our POTA SOTA event. That's going to be part of my training.
Nice.
Brian 88GI, is that the guy you know, Mike? He says Gigaparts marketing is awesome. Want a t-shirt, buy an FT3DR. He says me, sold. That's great. That's awesome.
Frank, I
Because
might need
that would be me too.
I might need to.
I
might
don't
need to
even
come
want.
up there
I
and
do
POTA
not
with you.
even want to
Yeah.
mention how many T-shirts I have in inventory. That we just did inventory, and it's why you're not giving away T-shirts.
You're giving away t-shirts because we sell radios, son. That's why.
We've been locked for a year. We couldn't get out.
That's right. Yeah. I'm gonna. I think I should get a Gigaparts T-shirt when I come up there next in a couple weeks. I should have gotten one in April, but I didn't even think about it. But yeah. So Aussie Ham Radio, thank you for the super chat, $2.
Yeah, buddy.
Two Australian dollars. I don't. That's either like $20 or like 20 cents. I don't know which one it is.
I love both
I
extremes.
think we have 3 females in the chat now, boys.
Oh,
Cute!
I
It
know
is
it,
a
yeah.
party.
We got Rhea,
Anime.
and Dixie DX just showed up.
Did Kat finally show up? Oh, there she is. Okay.
TikTok,
So,
Cat, TikTok.
How much you want to
been?
bet she
Hello?
at a Texas Roadhouse and have a colorful drink?
Oh, you beat me
Probably.
to it. I was gonna say she was at Texas Roadhouse.
That's awesome.
I missed it, but I think she's in there.
Yeah.
So let's talk about this POTA thing real quick.
Let's do
photo
it.
thing.
At Montesano, this QRP thing.
The QRP, is it a
Thursday?
Is it a POTA thing or is it just a QRP event or is it both?
It is a QRP event.
Okay. I mean, because that's a POTA site, obviously. So you could submit if you did QRP contacts, you could submit those to the POTA website as well.
Yes.
So
I'm more curious as to how many people we're gonna have there.
it's a good
Tonight there was already 7 people going up. We actually have our VHF UHF guy going up to Montesano Wednesday night into Thursday for the meteor shower.
Oh, cool.
Mike and I will be there Wednesday evening at some point.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're gonna leave North Texas early as soon as we can get up Wednesday morning. Pack the trailer on Tuesday. Leave Wednesday morning. We will be there Wednesday evening at some point. So we'll be setting up camp, and I've got the camp rented Wednesday night through the following Monday night. So we'll be there on Thursday. If they're gonna do a QRP, and I was already planning on bringing my 705. I just usually it's so small. I have a gigaparts case for it. That little gigaparts case for it.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got that packed away with the PAC antenna and the K6ARK antenna and my Vibraplex the MAT tuner for it.
Okay.
It's all packed in the case. So I was already going to have that anyway because I just keep it in there. So if they're doing a QRP thing, yeah, we could do that, Mike. We can set that up on Thursday, man.
Yeah. I just know there's going to be a
what
lot of us
campsite
at
are
the
you
park
at?
the whole time, and there's going to be a lot of RF. So if
Well,
everybody
yeah,
has,
and a lot of people are.
filters-
Yeah, I have filters, so remind me. I'll bring my filters, but
Yeah.
a lot of people aren't arriving till Friday. So Thursday the crowd won't be as big, I don't think.
I'll
So
be
we'll
there
see.
Thursday night with Adam.
Yeah.
I believe
Right.
Adam's bringing me.
Yeah.
Do you need my 15 meter filter? I took that from field day.
Let's go with yes.
Well, I mean, you can't. Yeah, go ahead and bring it, I guess.
All right.
But 20 and 40 is where it's going to be at. Steve, you were going to say something. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I think I stepped
No.
on one of yours. What campsite are you at? Do you remember the number?
46. I'm at
So
Ke-
close to 42.
I'm turning this way to our camping coordinator here at the Gigaparts.
That's on the cliff side.
Cliffside. Good site then. That's the
Nice.
cliffside.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I called Montesano. Today's Friday. I called Montesano on Wednesday because of that whole remodeling thing they're doing. Like, I got an email from them 2 or 3 months ago, and it said, "Hey, your campsite might be affected. We're doing this revamp of our plumbing of the water system, the water pipes, or something like that." I don't remember what it was. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, I'll just stand by, I guess, because I booked my site back in like March, and a couple of my viewers have come by the channel and said, "Hey, have you heard back from them? Because I got a refund." I just got an email one day that said, "Oh, you've been refunded. Sorry, your site's not available." And I'm like, "No, I haven't heard from them." So I called them on Wednesday, 2 days ago, and told them my site number. They looked up my reservation. They're like, "No, you're good. No problem. Your site's not affected." And I'm like,
It is
Good.
probably not that we go camping a lot here, but we do. But I want to say the last time we went camping up there was April.
Yes.
April, and the exit side where the dump station is
yeah.
was completely a wreck. So I'm imagining that is where the issue started, and I think they're just
Okay.
wrapping around and catching everything on the back end, slowly but surely.
Good. Okay. So TC Fits 357 super chat. I just finished that for you. I can go get more here in a minute. Let's see. Michael W8MJL says, when and where is the QRP event? He probably just joined, so that's okay. We've been talking about that. They're bringing back a traditional, Steve, you can correct me, QRP event on Thursday at Montesano's. So, Steve, give us some more details on that once again, please.
Correct. On Thursday night at Montesano, they're bringing back a QRP event. I'm pretty confident Mark Brown, the coordinator or chairman of Huntsville Hamfest, will update the website this weekend. But it is a tradition where they do QRP. I'm going with the guess that they're doing it at the lodge parking lot, but I'm thinking they're going to probably try to take it over to the I want to call it an observation deck, but it's not an observation deck.
The lookout spot.
The lookout spot there, yeah.
Yeah.
Because if you tell them that's, if you do it there, they can't really kick us out. So, once they try to do the whole kick everybody out at dusk. So I imagine at that point, we'll probably go over to the observatory. There we go.
Oh, okay.
Now my brain's working finally.
Okay. Good. Yeah, well, Mike, I guess we know what we're going to do on Thursday then.
Yeah.
So, that'd be great.
Fantastic. We were gonna be POTAing anyway, so now we'll have company.
Yeah. I've already got a POTA log with like 92 contacts in it for that park, so I'm happy to activate it again. But with all the RF, I was just gonna be like, well, you know what? You guys go ahead and POTA. I'll just drink some beer, and I'd be okay with that. I'll be okay with that. But I'll sit down and make 10 contacts. I don't care.
I'm gonna POTA.
So,
I'm gonna activate.
Yeah.
You should. If you've never activated Montesano before, you should absolutely do it. Absolutely.
Be logging in hammers.
So yeah, that's right.
I really wish for those who have never been to Montesano or the ones that have, do I remember how to get to it? No. But in the way back by the cabins is an old fire tower. Granted, it is fenced off now. If we could climb that fence tower, or that fence, or get through there and go up that fire tower, oh my.
We'll send Frank up the tower.
Party at the moon tower.
Yeah. Frank, get up the tower. Climb. There you go. So we'll do that. That'd be awesome. Oh, boy. Okay. Well, hey, you know what? On the very, very slim chance that Huntsville gets canceled, we really don't think it's going to be. They've been saying for like a month or two that they are full throttle. They are all a go.
Almost in the 2 week out window. It's 3 weeks away.
Right.
I don't see it happening.
Okay.
And
good.
The reason why I say I don't see it happening, if anybody on here on YouTube did not see our Governor Kay Ivey's response on ABC News to a reporter, that was the most classist thing I've ever seen, where she goes, you tell me. I don't want to say she was blaming the unvaccinated people, but she flat out said on so many news stations here in Alabama, I am not locking down my state once again. And she was pointing the finger at the unvaccinated. Enough is enough. When Jessica and I left from Gigaparts, came home, changed, and headed to the club meeting, every parking lot on University Drive was full. It's almost, and I hate to say it like this, it's almost like Alabama is giving the rest of the United States the middle finger, and we are like, we are moving on, and we don't care about this anymore.
Well, I've been watching a couple of videos from Ron DeSantis from Florida, and he's had a few choice words as well about that same thing. So great that Alabama's doing it. You're not the only ones. So, all right.
To be frank, I don't think the country can afford financially, stock market wise. So many businesses will go under. They are scraping by right now.
Right.
It can't be done.
Yeah.
And there's my last 2 cents on it. Go get your vaccinated.
And, the vaccine is something else I think that if people want to do, they should do it. And if people don't want to do it, they shouldn't do it. I don't really care. Again, I am vaccinated. I got vaccinated early on. The only reason I did it is because I have a medical issue where I take a medicine that gives me an immune deficiency. So I thought, well, it's probably a good idea for me to do it. But if people don't want to get vaccinated, I don't care. Honestly, I don't care. I think everyone should just Go out and spend a few $100, and everyone needs to get a Mandalorian helmet with the filters in it and everything, and the infrared, and the webcam in the back of the helmet so you can see behind you.
I want the rocket launcher thing.
Yeah, well, yeah, that comes next. But the helmet itself is going to keep you free from all viruses, all fumes, all toxins. Someone's smoking weed around you and you don't want to get high. You put the Mandalorian helmet on, you're good. So, I mean, that's my next.
I will look for it tomorrow at the Atlantic Comic-Con.
Nice.
Yeah, that's right. That's awesome. Oh boy, that's all good, man. So. But anyway, what I was trying to say was, even if it does get canceled, which it's not, we're gonna push ahead. We're gonna have positive attitudes here. It's not going to be canceled, but should it actually happen, we're still getting in the trailer and leaving North Texas, headed for Huntsville on Wednesday morning, boys.
Buddy.
So we're
coming to infect you, regardless.
That's right. Yes, right. We're going to bring a little bit of Texas to Alabama on Wednesday that week, and we're going to sit in the Star Wars simulator in Gigaparts and just kill Sith lords all day long.
There's a Star Wars simulator.
Yeah, they've got a freaking Star Wars. Okay, so Mike, you need to join the MFJ newsletter, and you need to join Gigaparts' newsletter. Okay,
I'm still totally coming.
And you need to watch my Friday morning videos because I talk about all this.
Wait a minute, I'm a little upset here. So he has never seen our newsletter, and he has not seen my crazy bargain corner photo.
I have not seen these things. I'm embarrassed.
Now I got to pull this up, Steve.
I didn't even know these newsletters were a thing.
If I'm not going to write a newsletter, I'm not going to read a newsletter.
Well, that is, you know what? Quite frankly, Frank, that is your problem. So, and honestly, you should be writing a newsletter. If you want to do a YouTube channel correctly, you should create your own newsletter. Now,
seen me type. What do you expect coming out of that?
I thought about that as soon as it left my mouth. I'm like, you know what? That's probably not a good idea.
You've seen when I was actually trying to document at BlackBerry what happened on a call. We did it.
I know.
It was just terrible. And you want to write a monthly newsletter?
So here's right here in the center of the page in black. Come by the Huntsville retail location and try out our new Star Wars flight simulator. And they've got a picture of an X-Wing at the bottom right. And I'm like, I'm just going to go to Huntsville just for that. I don't care if there's a Hamfest.
Well, when are we leaving? Monday? Are we leaving Monday or Tuesday?
We're supposed to leave Wednesday, but
so we can go to Gigaparts and play.
Oh yeah,
nice.
Thursday. That's what we're doing on Thursday, man.
Oh, okay.
I talked to them on the phone today, and I'm like, so can you get a camera in there? And they're like, oh yeah, you can get a camera. I'm like, oh, that's what I'm doing on Thursday. It's just that's just totally gonna happen. Awesome. Steve, your picture's not on here, bud. Where is it?
It's in the news, the newsletter piece that goes
Oh, it's out. In the newsletter piece.
Actually,
okay.
just put.
Okay.
All right, I'll put it out there. Just put just put my call sign in the search bar. It should come up that way.
Tell me your call sign again.
KI4KWR.
QRZ page?
No, on the Gigaparts page.
On the Gigaparts page. Oh, just in the Gigaparts. Just search for it on Gigaparts?
Yeah, just my call sign.
There we go.
So
there it is. Yeah, that's in every newsletter that I get I get it on either Thursday night or Friday morning because Jason sends it to me early. But yeah, it's good stuff.
Waiting for you to catch up.
Right now, I have been putting in my bargain corner trade-ins and basically the deals I have of the week. But like right now, I have a DX9000. I have 101Ds. I have, I don't know if the TS2000s have sold. A 7100, 7300 was in there. That is kind of like my secret stash of goodies for the week. And it's always getting updated. I always tell people, go there daily because you never know what you're going to find.
Yes, for sure.
Thanks, Arnie.
So we got a little lull here. Point of order real fast.
We don't have a lull, but go ahead. You're fine.
Did Noel change his name? It went from Noel's at something, I'm not going to say it, to Noel, that guy, KF5SOK. Did he change his name?
Yeah, I think he's changed his name a couple of times.
How do you do that?
You change your Google account.
Yep.
You have a YouTube channel, Frank. I wouldn't advise that, but he don't have a YouTube channel.
What, the 3 or 4 accounts I have?
Yeah. Well, yeah, you could do that for sure. So, yeah.
It just blew me away. I was like, wow.
Yeah,
you
he did
could do
that. He did that.
I
so.
did not know you could do that. This is
Thank
like
you.
Discord stuff.
Right. Thank you for the super chat, Arnie. Good to have you back on there. And I thought of something a minute ago I was going to ask Steve about. I can't remember what it was now. Anyway,
I want to bust on Kat so bad because they really think she's going to pass her general at Huntsville.
That would be fun to
I don't
see.
know.
She could do it.
She was failing pretty hard on the stream last night.
Oh,
she just stumbled upon a question set she didn't know. I want to know, what drink is she drinking? Is she at Roadhouse?
I don't know, but it's blue.
Is it
Yeah,
what color of
probably
drink
blue.
is she drinking?
Probably blue curacao in it.
Blue? I'm gonna say orange. Orange.
My wife got her general 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So
Kat said she's
Yeah.
a procrastinator and she's gonna end up cramming right before the test.
that sounds like her.
No comment.
I don't know. I don't know.
That's Steve.
I would
comment.
hate. I'm gonna be one of the VEs at the park, and
for
and
you.
I would
good.
hate
Good
to.
for you.
Good for you.
Give for you.
I would hate to have to give her the bad news.
Yeah. So how many people are going to be testing at the park?
I have
you have
no
any
idea.
idea?
We were
Okay.
just talking about having a testing session there. So
Who's the VEC that's running that?
it'll be Glarg.
Okay. Good.
I got
Good.
my credentials.
Yeah. I have a W5YI VE, but since I'm a general, I can only test for technician.
I got credentials.
ARRL and Glarg.
Yeah.
These are my credentials.
I actually have ARRL as well. Yeah. I have W5YI and ARRL, but since I'm only a general, I can only test for tech. But everybody's always like, "Oh, get your upgrade," and I'm like, "Really? I never thought of that."
That's
So-
right. You can only do tech licenses.
Right.
You can't do the
Right.
general,
Mhm.
even though extra can test for extra, but
Yeah.
generals can't do generals. Okay. Yeah.
No. Once you're extra, you can do everything because you can't go any higher.
Yeah.
So extras can test other people testing for extra.
And you're
But-
posting extra classes right now.
The extra classes from the North Richland Hills Amateur Radio Club are posting right now. I've got 2 episodes up.
Yes.
I've got episodes 3 and 4 edited and uploaded, and they will go live sometime next week.
That must have been rough
So-
editing those. Or did you just like click and cut and
No. I went through and I edited them. There was a lot of ad lib at the beginning and the end of the session, so I had to go find that, cut out this, and find out where they exactly started because it was ad lib. They had like 8 or 10 or 12 people in the Zoom chat that were asking questions and it's good information, but I just wanted to get the meat of the learning subject. And then the Q&A at the end, I got most of that.
So did they do it Hearst did a great job of a teaching the course and the and the material. Did they teach it like, here are the theories and now these are the questions behind the theories? And so if you know the theories, you can
Yes.
answer all the questions. So
Yes.
that's how they taught it?
Yes. It wasn't just
Okay.
reading questions and answers from the book. They did a really good job of explaining why the
Mhm.
answers were what they were. Now, Hearst is supposed to, Mike, N5YM, is supposed to be working on an extra class.
Mike, come on, Mike.
Right. And he is working on it. But it's just so much information. He's working on it at his leisure. And when he gets that class done, I'm going to record that class as well because I've got a lot of really excellent feedback about Mike's technician and general classes. So we're going to get that one done as well. But, more information, the better. Some people may relate to the first class better. Some people may relate to the different teacher better. It doesn't matter. Just as long as we get the information out there to people so they can learn the extra class, that's all I care about. So
Yep.
yeah. Rhea says, I'm looking to do a class at the local gun range. That needs to be a
Yes.
thing in Texas. We need to do that in Texas tomorrow. Okay, maybe not tomorrow. I'm busy. But like next month, we need. That's an awesome idea. That's an awesome idea. Oh my god. No, I assume she means a radio license because that's what we've been talking about.
Interweave. They interweave.
Oh, yeah.
People are asking me what I'm drinking. Well, I just finished a Carlsberg,
Yep.
and now I'm on to, as I call it, the Karate Kid beer.
Coors Banquet.
So you're drinking
Coors
water.
Banquet, baby. Yeah.
Drinking water there.
I tell you what.
Well, see, the thing is, like I said before we started, what I really want to bring out here is the moonshine from Tennessee. But certain people on here, and yeah.
Hey, man, this is my channel. Do what you want to. I think that original Coors, which is what Coors Banquet kind of is, was not bad back in the day. Okay. Now, I used to drink the heck out of Coors Light before I developed a taste for beer. And I tried one a couple years ago, and it was terrible. I hated it. I was like, oh, my gosh, I can't believe I ever liked that. But Coors Banquet is all right. It's all right. So I certainly don't grab for one when I go out to a restaurant. But, if somebody offers me one, I'm like, sure, I'll drink that.
Well, I mean, I grew, granted, I'm born and raised in Pennsylvania, so I grew up on Old Milwaukee, and there was a brewery 45 minutes away. But what makes matter worse is I had Yuengling 30 minutes from my house.
Yuengling is awesome. We're getting Yuengling in Texas. It's finally coming to Texas.
Is this going to be the beer or the thing that has been so overhyped? I taste it and I'll be like,
it's, you know what? It's a good everyday beer. It's not bad. It's not a great craft beer. It's like Frank, it's like Shiner Bock, but it's lighter than that. It's like a light version of Shiner Bock. Not like Shiner Light, but like a Shiner Bock that's not as heavy. So it's good. I like it because, well, number one, it's the oldest brewery in the United States. Go look that up.
Yuengling. That's cool.
Yuengling
That's cool.
Yeah. So Yuengling in Pennsylvania, oldest brewery in the United States. It's good because it's just kind of like something that you could get when you're traveling, because the closest place we could get it prior to now, which I don't think it's here yet, but it's coming. Cigars International had a sign up the other day saying they were about to start serving it. But I mean, you go to Shreveport and they have it at Shreveport. So every time you cross the border into Shreveport, you stop at the local gas station there, fill up your truck with gas, go inside and get a 6-pack of Yuengling. That's just
does it really count because you left Texas?
Yeah, because you couldn't get it in Texas before now. That's my point.
Dude, that is a perfect picture and lineup for you. That's amazing.
Yeah, isn't that great? That is good, Steve.
Oh, I just caught the eye of that. Oh, that's amazing.
Maverick.
Right.
Goose!
So, yeah.
Yeah, when I lived in Virginia, there was, and this is back in, when did I move there? 2004, I think. There was Yuengling there, but
it's everywhere east of here.
I don't think we still have Yuengling in Michigan yet. If it is, it just got there. It's not been in Michigan.
I mean, again, it's not the greatest beer in the world. It's just something that you can't get here. So I always like to grab some because it's a nice. I mean, like if I want a good stout or porter, I'm not going to grab that. If I want a good spiced ale or I don't drink IPAs, but if I want a good brown ale or something, I'm not going to grab a Yuengling. But I'm like, when I'm out of state and I'm east of here and I'm like, oh, there's a Yuengling, that I'll have that because on draft it's really good. But I have this, I've always had this thing about beer. I don't like beer and I don't dislike beer on principle. I got a couple of craft beer snob friends, and that's okay if that's what they want to be like that. They're just like, oh no, I don't.
Craft beer snob friends.
Mike Green. Or he
Not
used
that
to be.
much.
He's
Not
not
that
that
much
much anymore. He used to be. But he's just like, oh, no, that's made by Anheuser-Busch bought that company. I don't want to drink that stuff anymore. I'm like, dude, if it's good beer, who cares? So I don't like beer or dislike beer on principle. If it's good, then I'll drink it. If it's not good, then I don't drink it. That's why I don't drink Miller Lite, because it is not good.
Unless it's light. Light,
No.
period.
Michelob Ultra's okay. It's not great, but I'll drink it. I mean, it's palatable. So
I need to go grab a Zima. I'll be right back.
You go right ahead, buddy.
There was, and I'm trying to think, when I was stationed in Virginia, if you guys haven't figured out, I was in the Navy for almost 12 years. At Busch Gardens, Williamsburg, granted, there is a brewery right outside the park. in their beer tour sampling, there was a beer that I want to say it was never released, but I think it was their gluten-free beer that almost tasted like a cherry pie. And I only saw it at Busch Gardens
Really?
from like 2007 to 2011, and then it was gone.
I gotta say, I
Wow.
love Jet Noise.
So 45 Auto in the chat says that Yingling makes a porter. I'm going to have to find that. And then Don N5SKT in the chat says MagDog 2020, and now I'm going to ban him from my channel. So I'm just kidding.
Don's rails a little bit.
Don's
Who
a
said
good
that?
sport.
Colt 45?
45 Auto.
45 Auto.
45
Yeah.
Auto.
So
he's in the chat a lot.
When I was in Michigan on 8 Mile, right when you passed over either the Southfield Freeway or the Lodge Freeway, it was around 8 Mile, so it was like right on the Detroit side. There used to be this billboard with Billy D. Williams on it. There was a Colt 45 ad. It said Colt 45 works every time. Great.
That is awesome.
That's when you know you're in Detroit.
Yeah, no doubt.
So
All right, Frank, I'm gonna go get a refill of the good stuff.
You're
So
not leaving
I'm
him in charge, are you?
the good stuff, pickle beer. You need another pickle beer.
I'll
so
get
we the
another.
super chats
I'll get
going.
another pickle beer so
And
we
then
get the
from here
super
on,
chats going.
you're gonna filter the money to
So-
Frank. But yes,
So I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna turn myself off. I'm gonna leave you three guys on. Technically, Mike is in charge because this is our live stream that we
I
put back and
mean,
forth.
This is kind of our thing, boys.
This is our thing. So this was our idea. But Frank, if you want to say something, I mean, this is the time. So go ahead.
okay. I don't have a. Well, first off, can we talk about white barbecue sauce? What is
No.
that?
What is that?
Oh my God! It's mayonnaise.
Time out.
What?
White barbecue sauce.
White
Okay.
barbecue sauce.
All right.
What
I
is
know.
that? Okay, I can't
just
leave yet.
found
What is
out
that?
about white barbecue sauce from Tuesday night's Clubhouse stream.
I I heard them talking about that. I'm like, you guys are just
I am
making
going to
this
Google
stuff
this
up.
right now. I'm typing as I'm talking.
Is that like from somewhere like in like North Dakota where they don't have any idea what barbecue is or something?
AKA.
Because I've spent
first
a lot
link.
of my life in North Carolina. Ain't no white barbecue sauce.
I know
there.
there's no white barbecue sauce in Texas or in Memphis. I can tell you that right now.
Yeah.
So
First
I'm gonna
link.
actually go get a
Memphis.
beer. I'll be right back.
Alabama white barbecue sauce.
Oh, that's an Alabama thing.
Alabama. Let's see what the recipe is.
It actually started at Gibson's Barbecue there's a Gibson's Barbecue in Decatur, Alabama, which is about 15 minutes from Huntsville.
Mm-hmm. The first link for a recipe is first ingredient, mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise.
Who is putting mayonnaise on
You don't put
smoked
mayonnaise
meat?
in your sauce.
No.
That's not right. You do it
That's-
again, I'll stab you in the eye with the soldering iron.
Yeah.
I have it right there. It's my Heiko. It'll hurt.
I can't even find a Wikipedia on white barbecue
why?
sauce. I
So
don't
it's-
know.
Do they heat it?
No. It's just everything mixed together. So you got a cup of mayonnaise, a quarter cup of cider, a teaspoon of brown sugar, a teaspoon of mustard, 2 teaspoons of horseradish, lime juice, Worcestershire, hot sauce, garlic, powdered onion and cayenne pepper, and garlic. And a good barbecue sauce, you want to simmer the sauce in actual onions and garlic
So,
and
hang on.
peppers to
It
get
sounds
the
to
essence and
me-
flavors.
It sounds to me, and if I offend you, sorry. I mean, I'm not sorry at all, honestly. It sounds to me that Alabama's barbecue is so horrible that they need to get a sauce that has all of those flavors to mask whatever meat you're putting it on.
But mayonnaise.
I love mayonnaise. I put my fries in mayonnaise. I don't use ketchup on my fries. I dip them in mayonnaise.
But I was going to use that to pivot in. I'm thinking about charcoaling, grilling ribs. And Mike, I need some lessons on charcoal because I smoke. I smoke with real wood, but that's different in a charcoal kettle. So I'm toying with the idea of doing a rack of ribs Sunday in my charcoal grill.
In your Weber?
Yeah.
Sunday at the Hamfest.
No, tomorrow.
Oh,
That's how I barbecue, man. You take
It's
just
grilling.
get a little bit of coals and put it off.
whoa!
No,
What
it's
the?
not
What is
grilling.
this freaking beer, man?
The
Whoa.
coals
But-
are on
but-
one side.
Yeah.
The meat's on the other. It's
Uh-huh.
offset. It's low and slow. You open the bottom vent just a tiny bit, and then the top vent just a tiny bit. So
So
you got the meat underneath the top vent.
so at
so
what
it
point do
pulls
you
the
add more
air
coals?
through.
Do you just dump more
You just
coals
open
in
it.
there?
Well, the grate has a flap that flips up, so you can just
Yeah.
put more coals in there. I'll put
So
like
you,
5 or
you
6
don't light the
in at a
coals
time.
on the side and then dump
Yeah.
the
Oh,
lit
yeah.
coals, or you just put
No, I
raw
light the
coals?
coals on the side. I put raw coals in, and I'll drown them with way more lighter fluid than any man should use because I love fire.
Outside
And
of the Weber,
No, in the Weber.
In the Weber.
you
with the
take
meat in there.
No.
No. The first round, I'm good. You got the first round of coals. I'm good. So your ribs are going to take about an hour, half, 2 hours to cook, or what are you looking at as a cook
Usually
time?
a few hours.
Few hours. So a
Yeah.
few hours, you need to add a second
Yeah.
batch of coals. So I'm at the second
Sometimes
batch of coals.
either 2 or 3. You just put more
Just
dry
put it-
coals on top
just
of
put it
the
on top.
burning. Yeah.
Because that was the question I was driving
Yeah.
towards. The
Yeah.
second batch of coals, just
You
put
just
it
put
on
more on.
top, or do you light it on the side and add them
Yeah.
lit?
Just put them on. Put them on not lit at all. You just
So
from the
I
bag
need to
the
make
fire.
do I need to make sure they're not the pre one match coals, so they don't have any?
No, man, you don't use
Try-
Matchlight. Kingsford all the way.
Matchlights.
Yeah, Matchlight's horrible.
This-
I'm new
this
to
beer-
coals,
This
so I'm
beer is
learning.
like The Exorcist. Like you open it up and it like spews all over you. It's like
I saw that.
Miracle Whip is disgusting, by the way. If that's what they're using in this white barbecue sauce.
No, it says mayonnaise, not Miracle Whip.
Well, Miracle
Bullet
Whip
point number 1: mayonnaise.
is not mayonnaise. It's
No, it's
Miracle
not.
Whip is
no, it's a little bit different.
Miracle
a little
Whip
bit.
is
an
amazing.
abomination to man.
Amazing.
Miracle Whip and Velveeta are not real food. That's probably about right. It's probably
Yeah.
about right.
Velveeta,
Neither is
Velveeta doesn't taste gross though. Miracle Whip is
I would rather have Miracle Whip than Velveeta. Velveeta tastes
Yeah.
like plastic.
it mostly is, I'm sure.
Yeah. It's
But
plastic. Yeah,
It's got
no
cheese
thanks.
in it.
I would. It's probably neither one of those are probably as bad as a beer fermented with oysters and clams. I mean, that's got to be like terrible, right?
Memento.
Ugh.
But I love Miracle Whip. But how do you make a sauce of mayonnaise? I equivalent that to the one time I saw a guy at Texas
Equivalates.
Roadhouse.
Equivalates it.
Equivalent.
We'll
Texas Roadhouse. Did you run into Cat out there?
No, it was actually in Tennessee. I went to Texas Roadhouse because I wanted some Texas feeling. I got my prime rib steak, medium rare, the smallest one, 12 ounces, and I'm cutting into it. Eyes locked with another guy across the way, cutting into his. I'm like, hey, cool, and he slabs it with ketchup. I get
Wow.
up from my seat with my plate, go to the other side of the table, and sit down. Because I don't want to see that. That's the same thing. Slapping your meat with ketchup, instead you're putting mayonnaise on it. Why?
No. Okay, so you're talking about Texas Roadhouse. So are you talking about a steak?
I'm talking steak and ketchup is the same with
Okay.
barbecue and mayonnaise.
No
In my book.
steak. No steak needs any sauce at all unless you've cooked it wrong. And then if you cooked it wrong, then yeah, you can put peanut butter on it if you want to. But
Peanut butter.
if you
Actually, that might be an interesting combination.
yeah, if you cook a
doesn't
steak
sound
wrong, I
all
mean,
that
and I mean, it's like putting peanut butter on a spare tire or an old shoe, right?
Uh-huh.
But if you've cooked it correctly,
Peanut butter shoe.
that's why I used to tell people that JC used to misquote me all the time, Frank, because
Mhm.
I used to say that I didn't like barbecue sauce, and he would always say, "Oh, you don't like barbecue?" And I said, "I didn't say barbecue. I said barbecue sauce." And he's like, "Well, what do you mean by that?" It's like, if you have barbecue that's cooked correctly, you don't need sauce. Now, if you like sauce, then okay, that's all right. But if you feel the need to put sauce on your barbecued meat, your brisket or your ribs, or whatever, you're like, it's a little dry. Let me put some barbecues. Well, then it wasn't cooked right.
Well, no, to be honest,
I
I
mean-
had your opinion for the longest time when I started smoking my meat. I do a dry rub and I love just the rub. But over time, man, I it's come to appreciate a good wet rib out of the smoke. The glaze on it's beautiful and everything. And that I
Wet-
like
Sauce
it.
my ribs sometimes.
Wet
Usually I
wet
do a dry
ribs
rub.
wet ribs are not the same thing as putting a sauce on after it comes out of
But
the
in the
smoker.
end, it's the
That's
same.
not the
Some
same.
people
No,
like
it's not.
a sauce
It's not
with the
because you
barbecue.
can get wet ribs in Memphis, and let me tell you something. This is gonna piss off all the Texans. Okay, the ribs in Memphis are far better than what we get in Texas.
Yes.
Oh, come
Memphis
on,
ribs
that-
are freaking awesome. Now I'm told that Kansas
Oh,
City
that
ribs are
hurts.
just as good, and I haven't had those. Okay, but the ribs in Memphis are freaking awesome. Now, you guys can't hold a candle to Texas brisket, okay, and Texas like jalapeno smoked sausage and whatnot. But the ribs in Memphis are freaking awesome. I'll tell you about 2, maybe 3 different places to go on Beale Street in Memphis that I've been to multiple times where they have awesome ribs. Now, that's not to say Texas ribs aren't good. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that at all. But if I had to choose one, it would be Memphis ribs.
Well,
So
Texas
there.
ribs are sweet and spicy.
Well, see,
Memphis
that's-
ribs are more of a salt and peppery and
That's the thi-
cayenne.
That's the thing.
Stuff
No,
on it.
see, Memphis ribs, you can get them wet or dry. You can get them
Wet or
spicy or savory, or spicy or spicy
I'm-
savory, or you can get them
Our
not. So
North Texas style is more of a sweet and spicy, and I think that's general
Yeah.
as Texas style barbecue.
well,
um,
you gotta remember, Memphis is the size of basically a couple of cities in North Texas, so we got a hell of a lot more land than they do.
Mhm.
So saying Texas barbecue is not,
I
Memphis is-
am generalizing it. I just wanted
yeah,
to point that
yeah.
out.
Shampoo is better.
Conditioner is better. Stop looking at me, Swan. All right, let's get some super
Water.
chats going because I gotta get rid of this. That beer is like the Exorcist spitting all over me every time I open it.
I like all barbecue, but I
Honestly,
will
I
say
do
if,
too.
If you
Yeah.
need to put barbecue sauce on after it is cooked, there's something wrong with it. But
Right,
I'll
yeah, well,
sauce
that-
my ribs from time to time.
Yeah, I think that's what I was trying to say. Maybe I didn't say it correctly, but yes, after it's cooked. Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yes,
So,
but ketchup should be nowhere near meat
no
of any
ketchup.
kind. Even a hot dog, no, should be mustard.
No,
Mhm.
the only thing I put ketchup on is like as far as meat goes is a hamburger. I'll put ketchup on a hamburger. But
Mhm.
if I
I'll do
had
that
my choice,
sometimes, but I'll usually just get mayonnaise and mustard. Ketchup
Well,
is
you know-
good on a meatloaf, though.
I don't like mustard on I don't like mustard on anything except a hot dog and a corn dog.
If you're skipping
But-
out, I do a nice tomato sauce,
Mhm.
sometimes barbecue sauce.
With a nice Chianti.
A good
Wiggly, wiggly.
whoa, holy. He's like, it's no problem, Lloyd. We can be sophisticated too.
There you go, Jason. Drink up.
Oh boy. There we go.
Drink twice.
Anime, Brian, TC Fitz is a sadist. I'm really convinced of that. So
he said
okay.
like a half hour ago that was his last one.
Mhm.
Marty
he
from
had
the
to-
chat says barbecue in California is the best. I'm just gonna have to disagree with that.
That is not
It's
even
nothing-
close to being.
the best.
not even
in
close to being
California.
Well, I mean, Don here said Thousand Island on a burger. That's nothing more than the Big Mac sauce.
Thousand
Thousand-
Island on a burger is good.
Yeah,
I'll give
Thousand
him that.
Island's a condiment, like ketchup and everything.
Aussie AM Radio, get your big
Oh,
gulp there, boys.
Get your big go. Yeah, I've got 2 down. I got 2 to go. The last one is Aussie Ham Radio.
Philip says, German spicy mustard on a corny dog. Yes.
Yeah, that's
Um,
good.
Ooh, when I was in Utah, I learned about fry sauce. They
Okay,
have
what
a
is that?
spec-
What is fry sauce?
It's a special sauce they serve for French fries, but it's a mayonnaise-based sauce. So it's mayonnaise and
Oh,
other
yeah.
stuff
Yeah,
that's mixed in
Probably good.
to it. It's not just mayonnaise. I think it's a mayonnaise base and a couple things, a Worcestershire, and added to it. Okay, I tried it. When in Rome, I'll try it. Ketchup.
Ah, Aussie Ham
not
Radio. That's a
ketchup.
$10 go up there.
And
So,
FYI, just
okay.
give you $2.
I see that. I'll get to Mike in a
Texas.
second. I know. Mayonnaise, mustard, ketchup. You could throw them all out for an excellent recipe of ranch dressing.
Nah.
Done.
Ranch
Go to
is good.
Go to Snuffers. They only have those in North Texas because the guy, Michael, I think his name was Michael Snuffer, started this restaurant years ago. So they're only up here. Go to Snuffers.
Excellent cheese fries. Best
Cheese fries are good.
fries I've had
And
ever.
ask for their ranch dressing and pretty much put it on anything. It is awesome. Awesome.
You know,
So-
for some reason, you know, I go back to the white sauce thing. I bet all three are going to take white sauce back to Texas or wherever you guys are coming from.
No. Texas will deny it at the border. We have border patrol to make sure that doesn't happen.
All right, so Dale Neese says mayo sucks. I don't really agree with that. Jeff, N4POD, says ranch is nasty. I think I'm going to ban you from my channel, Jeff. I'm
not
sorry,
a huge
man.
ranch fan. I don't dislike it. But
Ranch dressing,
especially being from the Midwest, where ranch is like king.
I would put it on my
ranch
cereal.
on frickin' everything.
Yeah, I'd put it on
And
my
I just
cereal. I'm
don't,
like, yeah, that's good.
I mean, they'll put their pizza
Salad,
and stuff on
love
it.
it.
Ribs,
Salad,
burgers are okay.
pizza, burgers, good. I tell you what, one of the best hamburgers I ever had was a jalapeno burger about yay big. It was a cheeseburger with jalapenos and ranch dressing. Boom, nothing else.
Can
don't
I
need
tell you
anything
about
else.
my burger story in what's south of us? San Antonio?
San Antonio.
Yeah. So San Antonio has a burger place that they put jalapenos,
Oh,
Torontos. No, wait. It's the burger's called Three Horsemen, and you can find it in that guy Man vs. Meat. And we saw that, and he's like, "Oh, he went to San Antonio.
Yeah.
He did the Three Horsemen burger." Me and my friend went down there. We did it. Jalapenos, habaneros, and ghost peppers. And we're like, "Oh, he's gonna put a
Wow.
ghost pepper in it."
Really?
We get the burger. Can I say curse words? Like all of them? He put
not all of them, just the TV ones.
all
Say
right.
the TV ones.
They put a shitload of jalapenos or ghost peppers on it. It was a handful. It was a handful of ghost peppers on this
How could you
burger.
eat that though?
And then we're like, we drove to San Antonio, all of our friends.
Oh my gosh.
We got to eat this. So me and my friend literally ate this. He finished his burger just under 5 minutes. I finished mine. It was a good half-pound burger, over 5 minutes, and we got the T-shirt and
5
everything.
minutes to eat a beer, or eat
And
a
5
burger,
minutes
rather?
a burger. This thing was hot, but it wasn't like scorching hot. And I thought my mouth was on fire, but I was like, yeah, I had spicier. But let me tell you, hours later, it was 3 to 4 hours later,
Yeah.
those jalapenos or ghost peppers were breaking down our stomach. My friend
Yeah.
dropped to the ground. It's like, my stomach's on fire. I was like, get off the ground, you little wimp. He was literally taking off his clothes. in front of
Literally
a
drink
police
a gallon of water after you do that. Literally drink 1 gallon of water after
We
you
were
do that.
walking down to the Riverwalk in front of the police station, and he was stripping. He was taking his clothes off. He's like, I can't, I'm too high. And we got him up to the room. Hours later, it happened to me, and I was on the ground. I felt like my stomach was radioactive. Every time one of those opened up, it was just like, ugh. It hurt. But I finished the burger. Got the T-shirt.
Somebody okay. So Don up there. So I think this is a quote from the first Ace Ventura movie, and he says, "Oh no, that's your cat's name." That's what he's talking about. So Don N5SKT says, "Hi Satan" in the chat, and I thought he was referring to Ventura. Yes, Satan. I'm sorry, sir.
I thought you were
someone else. I saw that. That's the first thing I thought of. I'm like, yes, Satan.
That was the second one, right?
No, that's
No,
the
that was
first
the
one.
first one. That
That's
was
the
the very
first one.
beginning.
Yeah.
It was right after the HDS coming through.
Right.
God, I need to
HDS.
rewatch those movies.
Got a package, people.
So you got a drink for Jody, Victor Echo 5, Sierra Alpha Romeo.
I think I did that already.
I don't think you did. Diabetes friendly versus catsup.
Where was that? No, I drank
up there.
Jody. I drank
It's up
Jody.
there, did you?
And I drank I
And
drank
then you
TC.
gotta
I'll
drink
take
TC Fitz again because he said K at MRD. He did ask for help to finish the beer.
Yeah,
that's a
no,
new
that's
one
true.
from him. So And you're the one that went out and got another beer.
I assume that we're all going to go to Campus 805.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So Steve, you haven't been on our live stream. So our current plan, Thursday, we didn't really have a plan for Thursday. So QRP night sounds great. Friday, we have a pavilion rented at Montesano. And Steve, temporarily offline, he had called Montesano and said, we want to rent a pavilion. And and Montesano told him, oh, you guys are the YouTubers. Someone already rented that for you. And they wouldn't tell him who it was. So one of our viewers rented a pavilion at Montesano. So we're going to have a big bash Friday night at Montesano.
Bring solo cups.
Right.
Do not
Yeah.
show open alcohol.
Well, Montesano's not in Texas, so maybe they don't have that rule
Doesn't
there. I don't
matter.
know. Yeah.
Most state
Can I
parks,
bring
that's
these?
pretty much every state
You
park
guys,
I've been to is like that.
Steve, you guys are more than welcome to come hang with us. at that.
Oh, I get where Mike's going.
Mike who?
Yeah.
Me. Hi, my name's Mike.
Oh, I know
Hi,
what he's
Mike.
talking about. I know what he's talking. Well, there's a mic in the chat too.
I'm
I know
Frank.
what he's talking about. Yeah. Saturday is Campus 805. That's our
I'll be at the DX dinner, of course, because I got to represent the company. But
Sure.
I would, in my opinion, for anybody out there, and I know you three are coming. I would honestly say, and I hate using the word literally because that little boy from literally, but
Figuratively.
literally, get there at anywhere from 5 to 6 o'clock, because that parking lot at that old high school, which is Campus 5, will be packed.
Yeah. Well, there'll be I think I'll be like the only guy there with an actual vehicle. Now, a couple of the guys are probably renting cars. I don't know of anyone else who's driving in. There might be one or two. Well, Steve, K5ATA, he's actually got the RV site right next to me, so he'll have a car. Okay. But like Frank and Mike and probably Matt's driving in, but I think he's going to be riding with me. And maybe Adam and maybe one or two other guys. We're going to all be piling in my truck. And so we'll have a group of people in the truck. But yeah, good plan. The show, the Hamfest on Saturday ends at what time?
Why I keep saying, I want to say 4:30.
That's a weird time. I would think it'd go to either 5 or 6.
5:30. Okay. And the only reason why was because most of us are going to the DX dinner.
Oh, okay. Well, okay.
Most,
yeah.
Gosh, if I just scrolled right, I thought it said 4:30. 4:30. 9 to 4:30, and then 9 to 3.
Okay, yeah, I knew it ended at 3 on Sunday. I didn't know what time on Saturday. Okay, well, good. So we'll have to, Frank, we'll probably have to pack up about 4.
Okay.
Before the show ends, 30 minutes before the show ends, and get our butts over to Campus 805.
I mean, it's not. I know it's less than a 5-minute true drive.
Right.
But that parking lot just.
What is Campus 805?
Campus 805 is an old middle school or high school, one of them.
High school.
High school. And it's been turned into like this. It's like 3 breweries and 1 or 2 restaurants in this big, huge building. So there's
where we're having the
gym is actually called Straight to Ale.
Yeah. And there's an actual speakeasy there. If you like, you'll walk up to one of the sets of lockers, and the lockers like slide over to the room or slide over to the left, like a secret room, and you go in there. It's a speakeasy. It's really cool.
So
I'm there. I'm there.
Yeah.
You'll find me in
we're
the
having our meet and greet kind of thing.
Yeah. So there's a lot of craft beer there. There's alcohol there. There's a lot of good food there. Jason from Gigaparts. He took me there when I was there back in April. Really cool place. Very, very much. Kat talks real highly about it. So yeah, really cool setup they've got there. So yeah, campus, and it's a large venue. So if there's like a huge group of us that show up there, and since it's Saturday, because there'll probably be a lot of people there anyway, it should be fairly okay to get stuff. I need to call them and see if they do reservations at all. Do you know, Steve?
I don't think so.
Okay.
But you got Campus 805. You've got the other. it's almost like, I want to say it's close to a one city block of nothing but entertainment venue. So you have the axe throwing, you've got, Straight to Ale, you've got the other venue, the Salty Nut, Rocket Republic.
Salty Nut.
Yeah. Salty
Jeff,
Nut.
Jeff in the
Jason,
chat
did you see
asks,
the,
is there a
super chat, by the
detention
way?
room?
I saw
Dale,
Dale, yeah.
Drink up, pickle boy.
Drink up, pickle boy. Okay. I drank one for that already. I'll drink another one.
Did you?
Okay.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, I
We
did.
We didn't acknowledge it then. So
We did not.
It tastes really bad after that good dark beer.
Brian is hot for the teacher on a loop on the speaker system.
Yes. Oh yeah, we're gonna play some Van Halen on that, so that's good.
oh, somebody please play some death metal or something good.
And I do want to mention, because I don't think Jason took you to it. Across the street from Campus 805 it's an old, I want to say like Pancake House, Bandito Burrito.
He pointed that out to me. We didn't go there. You're right.
And keeping it kid friendly, I would call it the corner shithole with some of the best tacos.
Hey, you know what?
Gonna break my diet there.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's
yeah.
just
you don't do
keto
diets.
gone.
Yeah. You don't do diets at Hamfests, so.
I
Oh,
wanna
oh,
make
yeah.
some pounds before I leave.
Okay, so T-Ray says, I remember Cat throwing axes. There is axe throwing at Campus 805. There's a room like upstairs, isn't it? I think.
Yeah,
And you can go.
upstairs.
You can do axe throwing. So
Is that the detention room?
I'm going to request that after you've had a couple of beers, if you want to go to axe throwing, that's fine. Make sure I'm downstairs when you do that. Other than that,
We can
do
stock your trailer, man. We could get a couple of axes and tomahawks on it.
I went and did that. A couple of my friends took me to do that for my 40th birthday, and
It's
My-
fun.
my trailer-
you have to drink before you do that.
yeah, my trailer will have some hidden, shall we say, boomsticks. So. So people start throwing axes at me, they may not like what they get thrown back at them.
And don't
But-
forget, and don't forget, this is the Rocket City, and I'm not trying to
Yes.
I'm not a promoter at any. People think I'm in sales. I kind of more of marketing in the face of Gigaparts. But if you don't visit the Space and Rocket Center, you're shaming yourself. Even
That's
if
a
you don't
good
want
point.
to pay the admission, go
Absolutely.
stand and see that Saturn V.
Is it standing?
Yes.
Yes, it is. You can see it from the highway. Like when I was pulling into Huntsville off of whatever road that was coming.
There's one in Texas, but it's on the ground.
No. This thing is 40 stories in the air. It's
I
like
know.
I'm like, I saw
40
that coming.
stories. It's that
Something like
tall?
that.
It's full
It's-
scale.
It's
and
up
then-
there.
Yeah, you
It's-
have the full scale vertical, and then I want to say call it Davidson Flight Centers, the building next door, and
Yeah.
they have it broken down in pieces, horizontal.
And
And
is
I
it
just-
the true Saturn V they have standing, or is it a
Mhm.
mock-up?
It's one of the test.
I give you a test bed.
Yeah.
That's true. That's a
it's-
true representative.
it's a good one.
In
It's a
Texas,
good
they
one.
have
Yep.
Enterprise, the test
Yes.
bed mock-up for the space shuttles, and it's a true airship. It didn't launch. It doesn't have any of the things on there. It was a
It's a spectacle when you're pulling into Huntsville from whatever interstate that is coming from the northeast.
It's 565. Yeah.
565. Okay, so when you're pulling into Huntsville from, I was driving into Huntsville from New York, so whatever road that is, 565. Okay, that's the first thing you see. You're like, is that a freaking rocket? Yeah, I mean, because it's like noticeable, really, and it's awesome. It just the side of it looks really good.
I hate to call it this because of course I'm trying to keep it kid friendly here. I have heard so many people in the 3 years that I've been here call it the hard on of Huntsville. 'Cause
why?
no matter where you go in Huntsville, you can see.
You can
the
see it.
Saturn
Yeah,
V.
yeah. It's all right. It's 11:30 at night. We're on Adult Swim, so we're good. That's good. Yeah,
And
but
they,
it's
and they actually have an engine.
yeah.
Mm-hmm,
Yeah, well, Jason had talked about taking us through a tour, like Robbie knows the guy who runs the place or something like that, and
Yeah.
we talked. So I was kind of thinking that we might do that on like Monday. Like
I'm leaving Monday.
I don't know.
I'm thinking. I know. Now, granted, sometimes granted his desks. Our desks are so close. Granted, he's in his own world. I know there is something in the works on trying to get us to Marshall Flight Space Center also.
Okay.
Not a promise, but we're trying.
No, that's okay. Yeah.
Wait, when?
Totally fine.
I'll try to push my flight out. If
Well,
this is gonna happen.
we'll talk offline, Frank.
Yeah.
I'll let you know because we were
worst case scenario. I think once we know more. I mean, there ain't no way I'm going to be able to do it anything Friday, because what I'll be doing, I'll be setting up.
Yeah, Friday's out. Thursday maybe, but I don't know. It's either going to have to be Thursday or Monday. And I was kind of thinking Monday, and I think Kyle AA0Z, he had talked about wanting to stay an extra day to go to that. So, and he and I had talked about that like 2 months ago, but I don't think we've talked about it. And Jason and I talked about it too, but I don't think we haven't mentioned it lately. So I don't think there's any dead set plans, but I think that it either have to be Thursday, like Thursday morning or midday, or Monday, because Friday's out.
Yeah, I think it's got to be a Thursday morning thing. And I see a Kyle, I'm not sure, if it's the same guy you're talking about. There is a Blackbird at the entrance to the Space and Rocket
I saw
Center.
that.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
I might try to change my travel plans now.
You should. You should just quit your job and start doing YouTube full time like Mike has done.
I make too much money.
Well, I tell you what.
I did too.
Then Frank, you should be signing up for the highest tier of Patreon for both myself and Mike right now.
Yeah, you should be a VE on that.
Yeah.
Who says I'm
Absolutely.
not? I'm just under a different
You're
account.
not.
You don't
I
know
say
who
you're
it
not.
is.
You're not. You're not.
I don't know what alternate egos I am.
Everyone has spelled correctly.
I was gonna say, yeah. It's kind of obvious when someone
Cheers,
spells their
Mike.
name correctly. It's not you.
Cheers,
So
Mike.
It's
yeah.
empty, but there you
That's all fun. It's all good fun. Oh, Mike left. I think we pissed him off. So he can hear us though. He's got those wireless buds in his ear. So,
But either way, there is so much to do in Huntsville.
Yes.
Space and Rocket Center, Montesano. I'm trying to think of things that are actual. If you're bringing your spouse, not that anybody brings their spouse here.
A couple of the guys are actually. A couple of the guys are bringing their spouse and their kids actually.
Okay.
So yeah. I mean, it's gonna be. I mean, you got to think of it this way. This is the first real. This is the first national. I'll put it this way. This is the first national Hamfest we've had since February of 2020. So it's literally been a year and a half. The three biggest Hamfests in the United States every year is Dayton, Orlando, and Huntsville, respectively.
Yep.
Okay. Dayton's actually, and I thought for the longest time, I thought that Friedrichshafen in Germany was bigger than Dayton, but it's not. Dayton's actually the biggest Hamfest in the world. Okay. Followed semi-closely by Friedrichshafen, and then Orlando, and then I don't know, as far as World Hamfest goes, I don't know, but the three biggest shows in the United States every year is Dayton in May, Orlando in February, and Huntsville in August. Okay. So we haven't had an actual real nationwide Hamfest since February of last year, which was Orlando, and then about a month later is when everything started shutting down.
Yeah, we did a kind of like a survey talking to various, between our newsletter followers. Granted, I'm not going to bust on our YouTube and Facebook follower list, but the people that we reached out to, and like we told Mark Brown, and I think I told you when I saw you in April, we told him, and I don't want to put out a crazy number right now, but I think they said 7,000 was 2019. I want to give that scary estimate of 12 to 15,000 in 2 weeks.
I think
And
it was more than 7,000. You know, I interviewed Mark on one of my Wednesday streams, and I was thinking he said closer to like 9,000.
and it could have been, but
Yeah.
you know, we get the scary feeling of 12 to 15,000 here, and
Yeah.
oh my.
That's why I keep telling people we're going to decimate. We're going to absolutely destroy Huntsville. And when we leave out of there, you know, like the mayor's going to come to there. He's going to come walking in the door at Gigaparts on Monday or Tuesday after that. And he's like, you guys can't do that again. It's just, you know, these YouTube guys, they're nuts. These craft beer guys, they're out of their minds. Don't do that again. We're going to shut this whole place down. We're not doing this again.
Well, here's the scary thing. And, you know, I'm not busting for anybody who is a Dayton lover. What is going to happen, you know, and for people that are coming to Huntsville for the first time, welcome. But what is going to happen in 5 to 10 years when, as a lot of us are seeing Huntsville growing, because yes, Huntsville's growing. We do have the FBI. We have part of the Space Force. We still have NASA here. You know, we still do rocket things on a daily basis here besides making bombs on base and, you know, making boom boom noises. But what's going to happen when potentially Huntsville is the same size or bigger than Orlando? And I don't want to make that, you know, intimidating comment that, you know, Orlando, we're coming for you. But, you know, Jason, you know, for those, Jason being my big brother from a different mother at Gigaparts, we joke about it, but I foresee Huntsville 5 to 10 years being a mini Dayton.
That's great.
It could be.
You know what? And you know what? I wish there were 3 or 4 more Daytons throughout the year, because Dayton's in May, Huntsville's in August, and Orlando's in February. Guess what? There's 9 more months out of the year we could have big ass Hamfests. So, yeah, I think that's great. I think that it's excellent. People are always complaining. Every time I do a Hamfest video on my channel, people come by and complain, oh, Hamfests are dying. There used to be 10,000 people at every Hamfest. Now there's like 200, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, okay, well, some of that's true. Some of it's true. But to see a growing Hamfest, and Huntsville's going to be huge this year. To see a growing Hamfest, I'm all for that. I think that's a fantastic thing. I don't go to Hamfest to find deals. People go to Dayton to find deals. A couple of the guys we were talking in Discord earlier today, and a couple of the guys were saying, "Well, I'm going to go to Huntsville, but I'm not really planning on buying anything." I'm like, that doesn't matter. I go to Hamfests to. Sorry, Steve. I go to Hamfest to fellowship with people. I don't go to buy stuff. And if I do buy stuff, it's usually like in the flea market, or it's something that's brand freaking new and is released at the Hamfest. So
no, and I agree with you.
I mean,
you know, one of the biggest, you know, I really wish I could do, you know, and someone I talked to in Orlando last year, they said, what is the day in the life of you as a dealer? And it's, I don't want to say it's scary, because it's not scary, but my day starts at 6 a.m. and doesn't end till, yes, I'm going to put this out there, sometimes 1 o'clock in the morning. So do you really think I am in a happy mood when it comes to 5 o'clock on Friday, Saturday, and especially Sunday, when I hate to say it, I want to get the hell home.
Yeah.
Because my day does not end at, you know, okay, we'll use the Huntsville schedule. Okay, it says 4:30. My day is not ending. I'm leaving the BBC,
Not even close.
and I'm heading over to the DX dinner, presenting that to the prizes at the DX dinner. Then I'm going home, sleeping for what, a few hours to get back up Sunday morning, run the booth, to tear it down and go home, essentially park the vehicle at, you know, the distribution center.
Yeah.
Just a Monday morning, I got to go literally day 4 of doing this all over again and offloading that truck. I'm not trying to say, whoa, woe is me, wah, wah, wah. But the worst the worst time for me as a, you know, I hate to say promoter of amateur radio for Gigaparts is Dayton. We get there Thursday, we set up. We have a dealer dinner that night. Get home or get to the hotel. Get up, shower, start Friday. Oh, we got another dealer dinner Friday night. Go to bed, wake up, shower. Oh, Saturday. We don't get any breaks. And I'm not trying to get a wah, but it's not easy. And I'm not looking for a, you know, but it is not easy on my end at a Hamfest.
No.
So when people, you know, and when people think I can do these, and I don't want to say meet and greets, but if you want to say hi, thanks for being here, then I expect to see you from 9 to 4:30 and 9 to 3.
Yeah. I you know what? As a YouTuber, it's the same thing. I mean, you get there and you're walking around trying to record a video and like 2 or 3 people come, hey, how you doing? And I was literally, okay, I'm being serious right now. Like 3 or 4 years ago, I was at a Hamfest. I don't remember which one it was. I think it was HamCom in Texas. And I was walking around before the show started and people kept coming up to me. Hey, I love your show. Hey, and I'm like, you guys actually watch my show? That's weird. Okay. Yeah, that's cool. Okay. I mean, like really, honestly, it was humbling for people to actually come up to me who I've never met face to face before and say, hey, thanks for I watch your show. Thanks a lot. And I'm like, okay, so now when I go to Hamfest, it's just it's like information overload. Like, and I'm like, you know, it's 12 to 15 hours per day of meeting people and talking to people and recording video and finding out about new products and interviewing people and doing this and going out and eating dinner, drinking beer and having a party and then going home and sleeping for 2 hours and coming back up and doing the next thing the same day. And I'm like, the same thing the next day, I should say. And I'm like, but you know what? I only do that like 4 times a year or so. I think I can like not sleep for the weekend in Huntsville and I'd be okay. I'd still live. I'd still be okay.
Oh, don't get me wrong.
Yeah. No, I hear what you're saying, Steve, and I think you're right. You're absolutely right. Yeah.
I don't hate Hamfests.
No.
You know, I make the joking comment on here because a lot of people know why I was hired here was to do Hamfest and conventions.
Mm-hmm.
But and I use Dayton Hamvention as my example here, you know, that 4 days, I love going there. Don't get me wrong. I love, you know, representing amateur radio. But when it comes to Monday morning, after making that 6-hour drive back on Sunday afternoon, early evening, I don't go to work. And it's not that I hate the hobby, but that is my one day of the year in May that I don't even want to. Don't call me. Don't talk about ham radio.
Yeah.
Here is the cash bag. Leave me the hell alone.
That's right.
Because I'm so
I hear
exhausted.
Yeah. You got to recuperate. But it's totally worth it because a couple 3 days later, you're like, oh, that was awesome. When is the next one? You're looking at your watch and playing on your calendar, and I'm like, oh my God. It was exhausting. It was fun and exhausting, and you're glad it's over, but you're like, okay, when does that start again? Because that was a really fun time. That's how I am.
Yeah,
that's how I am.
And don't get me wrong. When I got down here in 2019, and I'll have to pull it up and show it to you when you get over here in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
2019, my schedule, which I hate to say, thank God it is not like it now. I was away from Huntsville 32 weeks out of the year, or at least 32 weekends.
Wow.
And I know, that's one of the reasons, was, support the Hamfest, go and do all that. I get, I'm all on board with that. But it got to the point to where there is no way I can go to California, Seattle, New York, New Jersey. I mean, I would be getting back Monday, Tuesday to what? Go home, take a nap, reload the van, and there's no way we can go to every Hamfest.
You just described the perfect job to me, dude. So I don't. I mean, like,
Hire that
I mean,
guy.
like, if someone was paying me to do that, I'd be like, yes, let's do that
Don't get me-
twice a weekend.
And don't get me wrong, I'm not complete. You know, I love my job, but you know, somebody is out there may know the background story of why I'm at Gigaparts. But when I walked into the store January 15, 2019, and was handed a set of keys to a brand new, at the time, 2019 Ford Transit van, completely wrapped with Gigaparts logo and Yaesu equipment in it, and told, this is yours. And it's used for other things within Gigaparts, but it is my vehicle when it comes 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, some Saturdays and Sundays.
You meant ICOM equipment, right?
That's the other vehicle.
Just mess with you. Is that the one where we're not going to spill the beans on this? Is that the one we're taking in October?
Yes.
Okay.
And
more to come on that later. If you guys want to know about what's happening in October, watch my channel.
I'll tell you this. I talked to the guy. What is today? Friday? Almost Saturday?
Yeah. It is 15 minutes to Saturday.
Shit, I'm supposed to be in Atlanta in another couple hours. Either way, keep it dry. But I talked to the guy who's part of that's doing a show. I think if it didn't happen, it's happening this weekend or next weekend. They have 22,000 people attending that event.
Wow.
So
the same kind of event that we were talking about earlier?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So when is that? When is that?
I want to say if it's not this weekend, it is next weekend.
Okay, so next year, buddy, we got to do that.
Well, we already, what our plan is to plan that, because we know what's going to happen here. You know what's going to happen. Yeah. Just going to the one.
Yes.
So just imagine if we go to the biggest one of the year.
Yep.
I do the, oh my, because it's going to happen.
Oh my.
I found out about one in Texas from a interview I did yesterday. Now, I don't think it's very large, so I got to find out more information, but if we start doing that, yeah. Okay, so
what is one in Texas?
We're not,
Okay.
yeah. Hit me up. I'll tell you after the stream.
Okay,
So Gigaparts, let me tell you something. I'm being totally serious right now. Okay. Beer.
Whiskey.
Totally serious right now. Okay.
Mike?
Gigaparts is promoting ham radio in ways that you are going to see coming up that you guys don't know about yet. Okay. So it's going to be awesome. It's going to be a really fun time, and you're going to see a crap ton of videos on my channel upcoming over the next 2 months. So that is that. But yeah, Gigaparts is very forward thinking as far as promoting amateur radio. So I'm just going to leave it at that. Frank, I'll tell you. I'll tell you all about it after offline. So we don't want to spill the beans on anything. No. We're going to do some really cool stuff. But yeah, it's going to be fun. So, Mike, I guess you're outside, dude. You need a freaking ring light out there or something, man.
Yeah.
I got that one.
You need a outside.
You need an outside light.
I look better this way.
I set up one.
Or just smoke inside your house. Do that.
No.
Yeah. Old cigarette smoke smells nasty.
So when are we going to do a stream from your porch?
So the concrete guy was supposed to be here last Monday.
Uh-huh.
And he didn't show up Monday. He showed up Wednesday. He did a measurement thing. He's like, I'll be back next Monday. So they're supposed to come out and frame in the concrete on Monday.
Okay.
Next Monday. And then pour it like 2 or 3 days later. So maybe next weekend.
Okay.
It's probably going to happen just in time for me to get in the truck and drive to Huntsville. And then we're going to be in Huntsville for a week, and we're going to come back and I'm gonna drop off Mike, and I'm gonna drop off the trailer, and then Emily and I are gonna get in the truck the next day and drive to Galveston to spend 2 weeks in Galveston. So
all those lining up back to back to back.
yeah, it is. So Mike is. I told Mike, I said, "Hey, we're gonna be in Galveston for 2 weeks after Huntsville." I was like, "We need to go do some POTA," and Mike's like, "Yeah, we're gonna do some POTA." So we're gonna go to Huntsville. We're gonna have an awesome time at Huntsville. We're gonna go to Galveston, do some POTA. San Jacinto Battleship Ground, Galveston Island State Park, bunch of stuff in between. Bolivar State Park, or Bolivar Lighthouse area up there, something like that. So gonna see some POTA stuff coming up in like late August, early September after the Huntsville Hamfest.
So talking about Huntsville one more time.
Yeah.
I am bringing my take one, leave one cigar box. So I will have it at the booths that I am at. It's going to be off to the side. Just put a cigar, pick up a cigar. It's going to be, I'm hoping by the end of it, a hodgepodge of anything. If you want to give one to me, you can give one to me, but the take one, leave one cigar box will be there, and you take a cigar out, you put and find something you like, pick up one. It's going to be there, and I'm going to have stickers to give away. I'm thinking I need to order more stickers now. I don't know if there's time.
Do. Yeah, you do.
Is there time? I don't know.
I don't know if there's time or not, but you need to order more. So, okay, so something we kind of touched on earlier, but I haven't talked about much. Well, I did mention this on a live stream like 2 weeks ago. So Gigaparts has been awesome to the YouTubers for this Hamfest. Frank and I are going to have an hour-long... Huh?
I said cheers, Gigaparts,
okay.
Steve.
Yes. Cheers to Gigaparts for sure. So Frank and I are going to have an hour-long session at the Gigaparts booth at 10 a.m. Saturday morning, just talking about Ham Radio 2.0. We're going to talk about Frank's channel too. Okay, so
Tank Radio.
So we're going to have an hour at the Gigaparts booth at 10 a.m. Eric from Hayden Radio Concepts is going to go at 11. I think Josh is at 12. And then Mike is going to have an hour at 1 p.m. So Gigaparts has been a huge promoter of not only the Hamfest, not only amateur radio, but also the YouTubers, several YouTubers. So really looking forward to all that. So we're going to have.
Imagine there being more than like 5 people that want to talk to me, so I probably need like 15 minutes.
I guarantee you that's not
you and me, buddy.
You're being You're being humble, and you're being a jackass at the same time.
Jason's just going to have everyone. We're going to be off to the side, condoling each other.
I'm not coming to his show. I'm going to
show.
I'm gonna when Kat comes to my booth at 10 a.m. I'm gonna say you should come back at 1 to visit Mike. I'm just kidding, Kat. I'm just kidding.
I think she left already.
Yeah, she probably did. But yeah. So it's all good. I mean, yeah. So I'll be at Frank and I'll be at 10. Eric's at 11. Josh is at 12. Mike's at 1, and Ham Radio Clubhouse is at 2, right after Mike. So Shane and Beer Snack. And who else? 4 of the guys there. Shane, Beer Snack. I can't remember who else right now. But 4 of the Ham Radio Clubhouse guys will be there at the Gigaparts booth, and it's going to be an awesome show. It's going to be an awesome show. Gigaparts has done a fantastic job with sponsoring the YouTubers, and we want to really thank you guys. You guys are really supportive of our stuff. Steve and I think Jason's going to be on next week also, but Steve and Jason are going to join my happy hour live stream next Friday.
Yep.
Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So we'll be a Ham Radio happy hour for our monthly happy hour on the second Friday of the month. We'll be live streaming at 8 p.m. Texas time a week from today. And Steve and Jason from Gigaparts are going to be on there fielding questions about the Huntsville Hamfest, which will happen the following weekend. So we're getting a lot of information to you guys about the Hamfest, about what you can expect, about just everything that's going on. So it's going to be a fun time. For sure.
So Norman Miller says Napalm Death and I assume he's talking about I Hate God, are opening for Guar in Houston in November. That sounds like a good time. month.
I Hate God is a band name?
Yeah.
I want to. I see what you guys are looking at. Trinity. I don't know who Trinity is. I'm sorry.
No, we don't either.
So many people have asked about us bringing back the special paint jobs for your radios.
Oh.
I hate to break but I will confirm this. And if you want to email me at stevem@gigaparts to remind me, I won't forget. But I can pretty much confirm. I don't think we can do it anymore because the company who did it for us is no longer in business. But I go with it was such a pain in the ass to get it done. I think it's not worth it to get it done. But I go with the never say never.
Yeah.
I wrote your call down, so I will let you know.
So you did radios in like OD green and stuff, or?
Oh yeah, we had OD green, we had the paint camo.
So you'd get like your 7300 decked out in camo or something? Is that
it was this? I think we only did the 7200.
Okay.
7200 would look awesome in camo.
That would be sweet.
Yeah.
That would be the one to do in camo.
Just don't take it portable because you'd lose it.
That's why you take a 7300 portable. Not to lose it, but to have it camo, that'd be awesome.
Well, I think the biggest problem getting it done, this was before my, granted, I did the chat program since 2014 with Gigaparts, but I think the biggest problem was coordinating getting that stuff over to the place they were using. And then I think it just got to the point to where eventually I think the company just went out of business.
So, I mean, I guess if you were to do like a camo IC 7200 or 7300, it might be like reminiscent of a Fang. So you could set a camo Fang on top of the IC 7300. Yeah. That's probably not an image that Icom wants. So
I agree with anime here. Camo all things.
I do too. I camo all things. I'm thinking about making a T-shirt that says "Left lane for passing only," because nobody can see that sign on the highway. It's camoed.
Yeah.
See, I'm always in the left lane because I'm always probably passing you.
That's okay. People passing in the left lane is okay. People going 55 in a 75 that are riding along the left lane because they think it's safe. You guys are idiots. Yeah. I mean, I'm just like, it's like Will Smith and Hancock. You people right here blocking the intersection. You're all idiots. This kind of thing. So, but seriously, I want to make a T-shirt that says "Left lane for passing only." And when people ask me about it, I say, "Oh, this is my camo shirt. Nobody can see this sign." So I wear this to deer hunting. That's what I do. So, but anyway, so it's just me being funny. I'm not funny, but I think I'm funny. So there's that. But all good. What else, Mike? You got anything else for tonight? We've been going for 2 hours, dude.
That hasn't been 2 hours quite yet.
Yeah.
You got a couple minutes.
Yeah, a couple minutes.
Just filmed 1.5 videos yesterday. One video is like a little 3.5 minute video that I'll post at some point tomorrow. It's already out for the patrons, so they've all seen it. Little pro tip from K at MRD on coaxial cable. And then Chameleon Antennas was kind enough to send me their lightweight end-fed sloper. So I filmed
that's a good one.
Half the video that I wanted to do with that. I've been playing with that for a couple weeks and been talking with John over at Chameleon, and he's been a good help. And I may get out tomorrow to do a POTA with it. The park. The problem is Huntsville State Park is just so stupid busy on the weekends. I want a POTA on the weekend just so I can get as many contacts. I was out yesterday, and I got on the air about 3:30 or so, and there's just not a lot of people on the air.
What are you worried about being busy? Are you just want?
Because here's the deal. Whenever you put up an antenna, there could be no one around, and I'm going to give a perfect example. I was like one of the only people in this park yesterday, and I put up the antenna. So I had the feed point up in the tree, and then I had the 63 feet of wire sloping down, staked into the ground. Literally no one around me at all. And then this car pulls up with like 4 kids in it, and they park like 2 spots next to my car, and they walk right towards me and go right behind me where I'm filming. There's this little maybe 10-15 foot opening in the trees where you can throw a fishing line in. And they started fishing right there. I'm like, there's literally an entire state park. The world is your oyster. Where to go? And you put up an antenna and people are going to come to it. So
I know what you're feeling when you put up a Yagi satellite. Oh, that's what I'm going to be doing. There is a ISS pass.
but that's not 63 feet long
No.
and black. Like you can't, I had to get guys, there's a wire here. Be careful. You know, I mean, I don't care they're there, but it's just, the point is no matter where you go, you could be in the middle of the Sahara Desert. You could be lost on a deserted island. You could be on, if Gilligan's Island, if they had just put up a ham radio antenna, they would have been rescued.
They would have
in
been
about
rescued.
3 minutes.
Right, right.
Because someone
right.
would come through and want to walk through the antenna.
Yeah.
It's just, it's a beacon for people. So being out there on the weekends is challenging with I mean, really any antenna. I mean, like a Wolf River Coils or a DX Commander is a little bit easier to spot, especially when you have it guide off with bright yellow
hex beam.
paracord.
Hex beam.
Or hex
You could spot a hex beam from miles away, son.
Yeah. But it's a challenge to film a video and
Yes.
and kind of be away. I don't want to be near people. I want to be away from people when I'm poding. Not that I mind if people stop by and ask what I'm doing. It's just I don't want them to walk into the antenna or trip on the coax and knock my radio over or something like that. So, but that's when you're going to get the most context too. So it's a catch-22.
We've got a so people are saying who was it? T-Ray in the chat says, I want to come POTA with you. I don't know who you is talking about. But
Well, he's
our
certainly
POTA
not talking to you.
Probably not me. But
T-Ray, hit me up on K8MRD@iCloud.com.
I was the one who did the Lake Ray Roberts meetup event where 25 people showed up, including you. So maybe it's me. But here's the thing. That was an awesome event. Just like freaking awesome. And we're going to do that again. We'll probably do some rendition of that at Montesano in Huntsville. And if you do not want to be on camera, stay the hell out of Alabama in 2 weekends.
I know.
I mean, seriously.
no
I mean,
doubt,
that's just how it's going to be. So, but if you want to come POTA with us and be on camera, you are more than welcome. Everybody's welcome. Everybody's welcome. So we're going to do that again. We're going to do Belton Ham Expo in the first weekend of October in Texas. We'll probably do something this fall or winter in the Galveston area. Maybe we haven't planned anything yet. So yeah, that was an awesome event at Ray Roberts last month.
That was really nice.
Mike was there. Frank was there. Shane from this side of the radio was there. Don N5 SKT was there. Several new folks were there who had never seen. Vern 6 was there. Several new folks who had never seen the radios, or one guy was a technician. One guy didn't even have a license. He was
And
there.
shout out to Shane, man. He was an excellent Elmer.
He was. Yeah, he did a great job.
Stayed at the
Great
radio,
job. Yeah.
And my beans were a hit too.
So yeah. So we're gonna plan a venue. Well, we're gonna plan a venue upcoming where we have a smoker and we're gonna go out there like on a Friday night and Frank can smoke some stuff, and we're gonna POTA on Saturday and stay there all weekend. So that's gonna be a thing as well. But we're
We all
definitely
need more POTA in our lives.
more POTA is never a bad thing, and the fact that Mike and I are both doing YouTube full time, we're just gonna POTA every month. So
I'm usually in the parks now at least a couple times a week.
I know,
It's
yeah,
fantastic.
yeah.
Because I got like now I-45 has been under construction pretty much since I moved here. Now it's finally done because I used to have to take the feeder road. They call it the feeder here. I don't know why, but it's the road that runs parallel to the freeway.
Yeah.
And it took like 20 minutes to get to the park, 25 minutes, something like that. And now both the exits were closed to Huntsville, both the entrance and the exit. But now it's open, so it takes me literally door to door like 10 minutes to get to Huntsville State Park. And now the on-ramp northbound is open again, so it takes, I think it's like 12 minutes to get home. So it's become my new studio kind of.
So Mike lives in Huntsville, Texas.
Yes.
Not to be
Texas.
confused with Huntsville, Alabama. So that's just clarification there. But good. Well, hey guys, it is freaking 4 minutes after midnight, which I don't care about that. It doesn't bother me at all. But we have been going for 2 hours.
Still 134
and this is
people.
I know, but it's dropped down because we had 170 at one point. Then it dropped down to 150 and stayed there for a while. And now it's starting to decline a little bit. So, and that's okay. That's okay. We've been going for a long time. Steve, thank you very much for joining tonight. Look forward to talking to you and Jason on the happy hour next Friday. So you guys are an excellent resource for ham radio, and really appreciate you guys, what you've done to promote all the YouTubers and my channel especially, and coming on the stream and telling us all about the latest updates. That's really cool of you. So thank you very much for that.
No problem at all. And we'll see everybody next Friday.
Absolutely.
Heck yeah.
Absolutely. So
I'm excited.
Mike, what do you have coming up this week?
I don't really plan things. I just wake up in the morning and I'm like, what am I gonna do today? It's pretty great.
Life as a YouTuber.
But it ends up being ham radio related. So I filmed these videos yesterday. I woke up this morning, had some breakfast, laid on the couch for a little bit, came into the shack and edited this video. And that's about it. That's pretty much my day. And I ate lunch and finished editing the video. That's about it. It's pretty good.
Good.
Pretty good.
Are you gonna have something for Monday Night Ham Radio?
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe if I can get this chameleon antenna video done either tomorrow or Sunday.
I've got a chameleon
I really
antenna
need to get it
video
done
I need
tomorrow.
to do, and I haven't finished it yet. So
I just need to activate with it. I've got everything
Yeah.
else filmed.
yeah,
I just want to get on the air with it. I got on the air with it yesterday and activated the park, but it wasn't. I mean, I made 15 contacts in I don't know, a half hour or so. So not. They're just
so for the
many people on the air.
yeah. So for those who don't know, Gigaparts sells chameleon antennas. So
chameleon.
chameleon
Chameleon.
Enunciate.
chameleon.
I have used, I still have the first MPass that came in. Well, they gave it to us as
Those
a
are nice.
demo.
Yeah.
And granted, Jessica, my fiance, since I guess she's going to be driving to Atlanta for Comic-Con now. I guess
Yeah.
I get the shift back from Atlanta. But I gave it to her when we went camping at Montesano and said, you set this up. I walked off and went to the bathroom. And when you guys see where the bathroom is in Montesano, you're going to laugh. I purposely took 45 minutes. And she had it set up in 10 minutes.
They don't have trees there.
They have trees, but,
I have an RV
I'm
camp
trying to
with the
make a
bathroom in
certain
it.
list
so
in
we're good.
Alabama. Come on.
Yeah. Good deal. Frank, what do you have coming up on your channel next week?
Tonight Monday coming up on Tank Radio is going to be Adam K6ARK. We are going to be talking about sleeping systems. I did sneak that link to you, Jason, so you can get a look at that if you wanted to beforehand, especially on buying things for the upcoming soda trip. But it's going to be posting Monday, and coming in the chat, Dennis AD6DM. Yes, we are set up. Just hint for everyone else. I do see a David. Tell everyone to hit that like and subscribe button. Look at this. I can read when I've been drinking. Who knew? And finally, I had something. I lost it. Travis is in the chat room, so it's time to end it. So
Yeah.
Jason, what are you up to?
Travis got here, so we're gonna close this down real quick. No. So Sunday, so tomorrow I'll be posting some new Hamsai episodes. from last March. Sunday, Vance from the Parks on the Air guys is going to come back onto the stream and talk to us about the results of the POTA plaque event, which was the weekend we were at Ray Roberts. He emailed me a couple weeks ago. He's like, "Hey, I think this would be a cool thing to talk about the results. Would you like to bring me back on?" I was like, "Sure, yeah, that's great." So, going to do that Sunday night for the regular live stream. Monday night, Ham Radio will be a programming session for the Radiati DB25D, the new mini mobile radio. I don't know where that's at, but I've got a video recorded of it already. So next Wednesday, Eric from the QSO Today Ham Expo will be coming back onto the lunchtime live stream to talk about the Ham Expo, which is next weekend. And then kicking off the Ham Expo next weekend at 8 p.m. Friday night, Texas time, 6 p.m. Pacific time, will be our Ham Radio Happy Hour, which will be streaming through live streaming through YouTube and through the podcast pavilion on the Ham Expo. So we're going to have a lot of people on that next weekend. I'll send the email out sometime in the next couple of days. Gigaparts is going to be on there. All the regulars will be on there. You guys in the chat who have been on there before, y'all will get an email in the next day or two. Everybody's welcome. We're just going to have a fun old time of getting on the air, drinking beer, talking about ham radio, and it's just a free for all. No structure whatsoever. So, but that's kind of my thing. Just having fun and getting to know people and talking about whatever. That's what I'm all about. So, appreciate all the super chats tonight. This beer was not done yet, really. I've got another swig.
Finish it.
Come on.
Finish it.
Somebody's got to throw another super chat.
Somebody's got to throw.
I'm not finishing this. I got close. It went from here to here, so I'm done.
That's tea, Frank.
No,
That's
this is the real stuff. The
So
tea
as far
bottle's
as
not out,
let me say this real quick. As far as the late shift, goes, this live stream you're watching right now, next Friday is the Ham Radio Happy Hour. So we won't do a late shift next weekend, but the following weekend we will be at Huntsville.
Oh.
And we're going to try, assuming the internet works, we're going to try to live stream a late shift on Friday night from the Hamfest, from the state park on Mike's channel. So it's Mike's turn to host this late shift live stream.
Disaster.
We'll do it. We can do it from my Android phone.
We can do it. Think positive thoughts. We can do it.
I think we're going to
Come
be
on,
good with
Mike.
Wi-Fi.
Ham
Vern
harder.
texted me. He's got a whole Wi-Fi go bag. He's gonna.
Yeah, Vern has a cool Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
You know what? I have found that streaming from my 4G connection on AT&T works better than Wi-Fi most of the time anyway. So
you've got 3 super chats you need to drink.
I know. I see that. So if we need a real phone besides your iPhone, Mike, we can do it on my Android. That's not a problem.
Well,
so
I will not. I don't have unlimited data, so I'll be tethering. From
I do. I have unlimited data on 4G. 5G actually. 5G. So we can figure it out. But yes, we want to do a late shift live stream from Montesano Friday night, 2 weeks from today on Mike's channel. So you guys be watching for that. We will announce it. We'll send emails out, texts out, and all that kind of good stuff. Frank, do you have the link to my text messaging sign up thing?
Yes, I do. Give me like 10 seconds, if that.
Oh my God, that's not good. That is not good.
Text sign up here. Be like,
Yeah.
good co-host. but this is
Everyone
not
go.
Sunday.
Everyone go sign up for my text messaging alert service. I try to send texts out before every live stream. It's not before every video, but before every live stream. So Sundays, Fridays, Wednesdays, that kind of thing. But Steve, thank you very much for joining us tonight once again.
Captain Steve.
Great information about Huntsville. And what do you have upcoming? You're going to be on Coffee and Ham Radio on Sunday?
Coffee and Ham Radio Sunday morning.
Yeah.
Man, I got a wicked weekend.
So
Got coffee. Yeah, I got coffee. You know, I don't do as much stuff as you guys do on YouTube. So it's I need to.
nobody does as much stuff on YouTube as I do. I mean,
True statement.
it's kind of a curse and a blessing at the same time. So
I think you call us, well, besides Eric, but Eric's calling us just to be Eric.
I know what that means.
Yeah. But
So
you know, if there's something out there in the hobby, and I said this actually to a guy today over in sales,
mhm.
if there is something you see that we do not offer, send us an email.
Right.
Because we may be working on that, but
I want a color radio.
Which one?
A colored radio, custom colors I can pick out.
It's on my list here.
Get the crayons out, Frank.
It shouldn't
Yes.
be. So
That is on my list.
yeah. Gigaparts, let me tell you something. In all seriousness, Gigaparts responds to their customer requests. So they're not the only ones who do it. There's other companies who do it as well, but they're great people to work with. I've really enjoyed working with guys.
I know we're trying to end this.
That's fine.
Jason and I reached out to a company regarding satellite, what the 9700. I forget the name of this thing.
Mhm.
We saw it at field day, and we reached out to them, and we told the guy we'd like to carry your product. They had no problem with that until I jokingly said the amount I would need to fill Vegas, Huntsville, and the distribution center.
Mhm.
And I'm assuming the owner or the leader of the pack of this company said it would take us 3 months to do that. And I don't know if it was Jason that said it or I said, I says, well, if you want your product to get on the market, we'll market it. We'll do everything to get this product to be the hottest thing since sliced bread.
Mhm.
This is how many I will need. And we have not heard from them yet.
There's too many.
Maybe they got enough money.
Yeah.
You know, when I, my favorite word again, literally, when the radios come in and they stay on the same pallet that, from the dock, and they're going right out the door with a shipping label on them, hint people want these items.
Mhm.
They will wait in line.
Mhm.
Not everything we will take back orders on, but we will do it. We will do our best
Mhm.
to do what we can to support this hobby
Mhm.
and sell computers.
Yeah, computers also. I tell you what, I've had this channel for 6.5 years, and sometimes I'll say this, and sometimes people don't believe me, and that's okay. That's okay. But the honest truth of it, the God's honest truth of it, is that I find a product. A good example of this is the RFinder product. I find a product that I really like and enjoy and think is good, and then I'll promote that product. And people come along and they'll say, well, you're just doing that because they pay you. I'm like, no, I'm doing that because I believe in it. So Gigaparts is one of those companies I believe in. RFinder's one. Chameleon Antennas is one. Buddy Pole. Really believe in the Buddy Pole product. DX Commander. There's a lot of stuff out there. Flex Radio. Flex Radio is got some really cool stuff coming up with Flex Radio here in 2 or 3 weeks, maybe. Watch the channel. You're going to love it. We're going to be doing a kick-ass giveaway. So, but Gigaparts is one of those companies where I really enjoy what they do. They do a great job with what they do with retailers. And very supportive, great customer service, and just a really asset to the hobby. So thank you, Steve, for being on here again. I really appreciate it.
No problem at all.
Yeah. So look forward to seeing both of you guys on next Friday on the happy hour. So 73 to all. Thank you for being here tonight. Definitely go subscribe to Mike's channel, K8MRD, because that's where we will be streaming from on Friday from the Hamfest. We're going to, again, assuming that the internet works. Okay, that's always a contingent. We'll be doing a live stream on Mike's channel Friday, and then my normal Sunday live stream from the same place. So we'll see how that works. But Mike and Frank and I and one or two other people will be there, and it'll be a freaking fun time. We'll probably be slurring our words, but don't worry about that. We're fine.
More than what we're
It's
doing
not-
right now. At least I can
Much like you
enunciate.
are right now.
Yeah, like I am right now. So yeah.
But I
Yeah.
will
It's
say,
all this pickle ass beer is what it is.
I drank my
But-
fair share tonight.
You've got whiskey, man. I don't touch that stuff. But anyway, so great time. Huntsville is going to be awesome. Next weekend at the QSO Today, Ham Expo is also going to be awesome. And I thank all of you for coming out tonight. 73. Everyone go out there and ham harder this weekend.
Yes. Ham
Yes.
harder.
Ham harder.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody. You guys have a good one.
Three.
See y'all.
See you guys.